And we back. Ego Army in the building. I just ate. Boxingego. Waiting for people to join. Then we'll get right to it. Yeah. Oh, 2017. Why are you so good to me? Why? Yeah, man, we back. Ego's Army, Ego Mafia. We are the mob. Money on top of boxing. Believe that. Believe that. Like a true story. Boxing. What's good, y'all? Who looks like a crackhead? Who are you talking to? Shahzad or whatever your name is? Who's a crackhead? Who looks like a crackhead? Oh, me? Block. Get your dumb ass out of here. I'm a crackhead, but you on here. Easy, man. I don't even know why y'all even try it at this point. This shit, like, actually, this shit is fun for me. Like, it's like a stress reliever. You know what I mean? If I have a lot going on, and I just like blocking y'all that be talking that stupid shit. I look like a crackhead. But, like, see, the thing that y'all don't understand, y'all can't fuck with me because you right here watching me. So, why are you concerned with what a crackhead is doing? If I'm on crack, and I look like a crackhead, but you came here early too. The stream ain't been on longer than 2 minutes. It's been on less than 3 minutes, and you one of the first people here trying to talk that shit. Get your L, kick up dust, shut the fuck up, and keep it pushing. So you like to watch crackheads? See that? You know what I'm saying? I don't front. If I don't like something, then I'm not really intrigued by it. I'm not gonna watch it. Straight up. If it ain't my cup of tea, then I keep it pushing. Y'all can't help. Y'all talk all this shit and then get blocked and then be crying and making up additional accounts and coming back. I'm back. And then you get blocked again. And then you come back with another account. Like, y'all some stalkers, man. Oh, yeah, he got blocked. I told you, I'm quick draw McGraw with the block. I'm good at this. Like, oh, I'm a crackhead bout. That's that L. I got that pimp hand, that L hand. Yeah, you ain't gonna listen. I don't know why you think you gonna come out here talking crazy to me and still be in the stream. Like, what? Oh, you're a crackhead, bro. Okay. Well, we about to snort you like some fucking coke and crack. We about to smoke your shit like some rocks. We working, boy. New York is fly, man. I can't wait. I'm about to kick my feet up. I got big feet, too. About to kick it up in this king-size bed, man. See, y'all don't know about the black socks, though, G. I got them black socks. You know what I'm saying? King-size bed. We working. Porter did his thing. I mean, he was hurt. That's why he clearly looked like he gave up the last 2 rounds. He didn't necessarily look like himself at the end. But he held it together with all things considered. Granados is tough. We all knew that. And he obviously has a chin and a hard head because Broner hurt his hand fucking with him. And so did Porter. They both have hand injuries. Showtime needs to put you on, man. I run Showtime, man. Man, you guys would be surprised if you ever seen who covers fights and stuff. They'd be like, who are you? Like, it'd be people getting credentials. Like, what Where's your but? And some of them, like I talked to some of them, and they don't know shit about boxing, man. But whatever. That's them. We worried about boxing ego. Ego's army. Yeah, I don't know who out there other than Granados is talking about it was a robbery and it was a close fight. I didn't see it close. I thought it was a fun fight, but I thought it was very easy to score. Like, meaning there were no doubts. Like, even when Porter fought Thurman, Ward fought Kovalev, there were doubts, like, not doubts in terms of how I scored it, but I'm like, oh, I could picture different people probably scoring certain rounds with Kovalev, and the scorecards could get messy, or Porter Thurman. But after the Granados fight, I wasn't shocked that it was a unanimous decision or anything. Like, I was just like, okay, that's kind of what I expected. I thought he clearly won. Like I said, he gave up some rounds at the end, 11 and 12. But I didn't really see any controversy. I didn't see anything that led me to believe that he shouldn't get the victory. Hurt or not. Landed the harder shit. He had more of a game plan that he wanted to do. Granados, like I said, to me, Granados didn't really, you can't score heart. There's a lot of guys with heart that lose. Ruslan Provodnikov has heart, because if he didn't, he would have been got stopped by Lucas Matisse or somebody. You know, one of them hard punchers he's fought. When he clearly has heart, that don't mean he won the fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't score for shit like that. I score based on what I see and like the action and based on the rules of scoring. You know what I mean? And I just didn't see Granados winning. I thought he was, he made it interesting enough, but it's like when you're getting out hustled and out bustled and outworked and the guy's landing the harder shit, how can I give him the round? How can I be like, oh, Granados got that round? When I think he's like, I don't remember Sean Porter really looking hurt other than when he looked like his injury was bothering him. I don't remember any punches that were just like, oh fuck, is Porter gonna be good off of that? But I do remember that in the Thurman fight. I know for a fact Porter got hurt in that. Is Broner done? If not, how does he make a comeback? I mean, me personally, I don't tell. I can state my opinion, like Jesus Sotacras needs to retire, in my opinion. But normally, I don't really tell guys when they should retire, when someone's done. That's really up to them. But for me, Broner, it's kind of like the Chavez Jr. thing. He had so many bad camps, or like camps where he's not necessarily probably doing all the way what he's supposed to be. Like, if you look at that All Access, this moment stands out. Floyd Mayweather had been at welterweight way longer than Broner, but on that Showtime All Access, Floyd was finna fight Canelo in September, and Broner was supposed to fight Maidana or some shit, and Broner was on a rap tour with 2 Chainz and T.I. Hey, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? And Broner came in with this vest. It was like a white vest, and he had a gut like Gucci Man before he went to jail. You know what I mean? That's not good. Like, you can't be. It's just like Bermain Stavern. Like, it's very hard to, unless you're like I said, like a Floyd who's all the way around solid. It's gonna be hard to come off a 2-year hiatus and deal with someone that has the power of Wilder, because Wilder has that wake you up power. Like, if you get hit with Wilder type of power before you're warmed up or whatever, it's not gonna be good, because there will be no war. See, Wilder's a good finisher. You know what I'm saying? So Bermain would have been real safe in the first couple of rounds, while Wilder was pissed and aggressive and fresh, and he had to deal with that onslaught to make it out. You know what I mean? So there's just certain things you should and shouldn't do, and I firmly believe ballooning up in weight is one of them. That it just, listen, if you're ballooning up in weight and there's another guy who's talented and he's managing his weight better and taking it kind of more serious or whatever in his off season, then it's like the edge would probably go to the guy who's equally talented or skilled, but he's not like bullshitting with his weight. That's just how I see it. Wilder folded old boy last night, literally folded him. Yeah, it was nasty. I mean, and the thing is, Thurman's big. That's how I know Wilder has power, because the motherfucker's like, when he rehydrated, he was probably 260 something. So to see a guy being that flexible, just look at his face. Like, to see a guy that big just folded like that, like literally, that's crazy. That looks crazy. It looked like he broke both his legs or something. I ain't never seen, I'm not gonna say never, but I mean, what do y'all think? That's crazy looking to me. But realistically, a lot of people haven't touched on this, but leave it to the kid, new media, to talk about it. Thurman is actually tough as fuck, because even though he was like, he wouldn't have been able to continue like that, but that still shows you that he has a fucking chin, because even being hurt like that, he still kind of started to get up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Versus Spilka was just snoring. You know what I mean? And Spilka got hit so that's what people don't understand. It's not that Thurman doesn't have a chin, because I still think Thurman has a chin. I don't know how he'll be after this devastating of a loss at his age. You know what I mean? Because Thurman said nobody can knock me out. You know what I mean? And he talked a lot about Wilder, so I don't know how he'll be now. But some people don't understand the concept of a chin. It's not that Thurman has a bad chin. It's just Wilder got some Weapon X type power or some shit. You know what I mean? And he was blasting him. But it took several shots versus Spilka. Spilka got hit with one punch from Wilder after a fight that was kind of competitive, and he got slept with that one punch. So you got to understand, with the chin, Thurman ate several punches, and he's still somewhat, he clearly has a chin. So what Thurman still, to me, he clearly has a chin. It's just, you're not meant to get hit like that and still be up. I don't know what you said. I don't know what's up with Wilder's next fight. I mean, y'all asking me questions like that. Like, let the man enjoy his vacation. You know what I mean? It's about to be Thanksgiving. He probably wants to eat good, spend time with his family, buy his kids some Christmas presents and shit. I don't know who he's gonna fight. He's not fighting this year anymore. He did the damn thing. You know, he's probably gonna go back Alabama or wherever the fuck he lives and relax for the holidays. I got beans, greens, potato, tomato, You know what I mean? Let the man just chill. But realistically, since y'all care so much who he's gonna fight next, as fans, y'all need to be on the horn. You know what I mean? Y'all need to be on the horn and demanding the fights you want. Me, I want to see Wilder Joshua. So I don't mind talking about it. I'm gonna keep talking about it. It's a good fight. I don't understand why Eddie Hearn is bringing up White when he already lost to Joshua. I understand why Eddie Hearn's bringing it up. Would you guys like to know, from my perspective, why I think Eddie Hearn's bringing that up? I completely understand why he's bringing it up. Yes, please. Well, I mean, to me, he's bringing it up as an added line of defense. Like, Joshua is, listen, as a promoter and a business, Joshua is bigger business than Dillian White, right? Now, Dillian White, in his mind, he's going to be like, even though I lost to Joshua, I could beat Joshua, I could beat Wilder. He's a fighter. So, of course, he's going to think like that. You know what I'm saying? So, in his mind, he'll just be happy to get a title shot if his promoter can negotiate that. It'll be a nice-sized paycheck. You know what I mean? But from a promoter standpoint, Joshua is his cash cow. Joshua was the one raking in better viewings. He's the main event guy, where Dillian White fought on Joshua's undercard, not the other way around. So it's an added line of defense to stall and maybe hope that a Dillian White can thwart the Deontay Wilder, either make him look bad in a controversial fight or something, or beat him, which I would favor Wilder. You know what I mean? So that's why he's doing it, because it's kind of a way to me, it's a way to protect his main asset, which is his highest earnings. Same thing with gold. Like, it's the same thing. Same thing. Listen. Oh my gosh. Let me get to the super chat. Shout out to AJ Watts, $5 super chat, Shmoney Gang. What's up, Ego? Do you think if AJ really wanted to fight, he would have been there yesterday? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he has in his personal life. Maybe he had reasons why he couldn't. But I tweeted that a while ago. I wanted to see him. Like, Tyson Fury came to Wilder Spilka or something. So that would have been great to see Joshua be in attendance. I mean, fucking Luis Ortiz was in attendance when he was supposed to be the main event. He was in attendance, so it would have been nice to see AJ make the journey over here. You know what I mean? But bottom line is it's very similar to Golden Boy and Canelo. Canelo is the flagship of Golden Boy, right? K2 Promotions, you could say Triple G is the flagship of K2 Promotions, minus Klitschko, who, you know what I mean, took a loss to Tyson Fury, so you could say it's Triple G. But the difference is Tom Loeffler, in his mind, believes he had the bigger, stronger fighter, so he had no problem trying to pursue the Canelo fight because they thought they had a fighter that Canelo wouldn't be able to beat. You know what I'm saying? So it shows, you've seen how they were pushing for the fight. In this instance, Triple G is Wilder. Team Triple G is Team Wilder. They're the ones gung-ho pushing for the fight. Right or wrong, they're the ones that feel right now, A side, B side, whatever, our fighter can beat your fighter. Versus Golden Boy. Golden Boy knows Canelo is their biggest star, and you want to extend the life of that. That's why Canelo was supposed to fight Amir Khan and then negotiate within 15 days to fight Triple G, and instead he gave up his belt. So to me, it's really just business. It's the business of kind of protecting your asset. Let's do 51,000 versus a guy that can't beat you, like Liam Smith in Texas, instead of put you in front of 51,000, and we don't know what happened if Golovkin fights you because he's a more dangerous fight. I mean, clearly, Golovkin at 160 is more dangerous than Liam Smith. You know what I mean? Because, like, listen, why would they first fight? Why would they take a fight damn near at 165 versus Julio Cesar Chavez, right? Instead of just going up to fight Golovkin at 160. So you would rather travel past 160 to fight Chavez Jr. at damn near 165, technically super middleweight, because you know you'll feel he's an easier nut to crack. And Triple G is not exempt from this either. Same reason Team Triple G rather fight Chavez Jr. or Carl Froch at 68, but they didn't want to move up to 68 for Andre Ward. So, I mean, these are all very comparable scenarios that I'm giving you guys. And see, like I said, Triple G's not off the hook too. Triple G could have easily fought Andre Ward when he was at 168, but K2 knew. They knew that's the fight that could derail everything they got going. And in my opinion, it would have derailed it. If Triple G fought Golovkin, if Golovkin fought Ward at 168 about that time, that would have derailed their shit. Because fucking Triple G, I didn't think he beat Jacobs. So how you gonna beat Ward 8 pounds higher, who's probably more of, he don't back down, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Jacobs back down, but Jacobs was using some movement. He was trying to figure it out because he's been stopped before. Ward ain't never been stopped. You know what I'm saying? Ward ain't never been stopped. He likes the inside fight. They're two different fighters, and it would be 8 pounds higher. So, you know what I mean? Triple G wouldn't beat Ward. He wouldn't have beat Dre at any weight, unless it was at a catch weight and Dre was sucked up or something. You know what I mean? Like 161 or some shit he couldn't make. So, I mean, all these fighters pretty much have really done it. You know what I mean? Triple G, like you could say in one, I mean, Paulie Malignaggi, I got an interview with him. He said the same thing, kind of. He said Canelo's doing to Triple G what Triple G did to Ward, which is true. You know what I mean? Because at one point, Canelo's like, come to 55 to fight me. and was playing the A side. And then Team Triple G was kind of playing the A side to Ward. Oh, we're doing better ratings. You have legal trouble and shit. We're selling out venues. So, I think that back to the initial question, I think that's what it is with Eddie Hearn. Like, you want to get as much you can out of your product. That's basically it. And I'm not saying AJ. I think Wilder would beat AJ. That's my initial prediction as it sits right now. And I have a variety of different reasons why I feel that. Not saying AJ's a bad fighter, not shading him or anything. He's a good fighter, but in my opinion, Wilder beats him. And listen, Eddie Hearn, I just talked to DiBella yesterday, and Eddie Hearn, he said he known Eddie Hearn since he was 9. You guys understand, Eddie Hearn, he got kind of inherited the business from his parents or whatever. Like, he took over once he got older. So the Matchroom shit has been in the Hearn family for a minute. So bottom line is Eddie Hearn's a smart businessman. He's been around boxing all of his life. I seen a picture of young Eddie Hearn in the locker room with Frank Bruno, who I'm assuming was a Matchroom fighter at the time. So that's the whole thing. So if I think Wilder is a risk, listen, if I think as a level-headed boxing fan, from what I've seen, from seeing both of them, from liking and respecting both of them, if I think Wilder is a risk for AJ, you think Eddie Hearn doesn't? You think Eddie Hearn's like, no. You know what I mean? And see, like, if you've been around the streets and been around the block a little bit, then you'll understand certain things. Like, when people do certain things, like, for example, let's talk about gangsters. If you're a real gangster, a lot of times them dudes don't really talk so crazy and loud. They're not the loudest person in the room. Like, Jay Prince is a real life Houston, 5th Ward, wherever he's from in Houston. He's a real one. Jay Prince is a real one. Listen, I've interviewed him. Every single time I talk to Jay Prince, he's chill as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just like, it's like he's not even like almost paying attention. Like, he's just super mellow. But at the end of the day, from what I've heard, and I've heard serious stories, I've heard some real serious stories about Jay Prince. You know what I mean? What I heard, he's not the one. He's not the one to mess with. You know what I'm saying? But he's not wearing like 1,000 jewelry chains and shit like that. But he's the silent killer. That's the ones you got to watch out for. The guys that are doing the most barking and stuff, you don't always have to. You got to be able to peep that. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like I said, Jay Prince he's instantly a person that comes up in my mind. Jay Prince is not. He's really about that life. He's not for the play. And every time, if you guys ever see him, he's just, you know, he's smiling, laughing, and like, yeah, I mean, Andre Ward, this is town business. Like, he's just chill, but you don't want to cross him. You don't want to double cross, things like that. So I said that to say this. Eddie Hearn, he says Jay Prince is a legend. Shout out to Rap a Lot. Shout out to Houston. But listen, Eddie Hearn says AJ knocks out Wilder in 3 rounds. You didn't even knock out Takam on late notice in 3 rounds. So if Eddie Hearn really believed that, why are we even talking about Dillian White? Why, if you really think AJ knocks him out, that's easy money, easy work. 3 rounds worth of work, that's not really shit. A full 12 rounder is 36 minutes. So 3 times 3 is 9 minutes. So you think within 10 minutes, rounded up, Joshua knocks out Wilder, then why don't you make the fight? You know what I'm saying? So again, to me, that's kind of talk. It makes headlines, it sounds good, but why are we even talking about Wilder versus Dillian White? You should be talking about Joshua and making that fight. That should clearly be the next fight if your fighter can knock him out in 10 minutes or under. And you're confident in that. Or like the White fight. If you really had to make that to make another event, you have the venue for February on lock, then why don't you give them the guarantee? See, that's what you have to start questioning what people will tell you. I mean, bottom line, they're a dangerous fight for each other, but I think Wilder's style is more of a danger to AJ. Joshua's more technical. Here's a little insight to what I've seen with Joshua. I feel like I could see Joshua thinking a little bit more in the fight. Wilder is, I'm not saying Joshua's not a real fighter, you know, I don't want to fight the motherfucker, but I see him thinking and processing a bit more. Wilder is just, you know what I'm saying? If he gets you hurt, it's not really, he's like thinking about it. He's trying to off you. He's trying to like take you off this planet type shit. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. Like Joshua's not gonna have time to think. He's not gonna have time to regroup if he's hurt. Wilder doesn't give you that. You know what I mean? Like if you like, to me, Klitschko kind of let Joshua off the hook. He was fully in the fight even after being hurt. And the very next round, he hurts Joshua. The very next round. And then it took Joshua a few rounds to regroup and to re-energize his batteries. Wilder's not going to give you that. Wilder doing all them, like throwing all them combos and hard-ass mean punch. He's not going to give you that. So if you're in the moment, you're going to have to figure out mighty quick. Like, kind of like when Mosley rocked Floyd. Floyd made an executive decision, which was the perfect one. I'm gonna clinch and grab onto you, and I'm never gonna let go. You know what I'm saying? And then he kind of got his legs a little bit, and then he started fighting back in the round. But if it weren't for that, he could have got knocked out right then and there, because Shane rocked him. You know what I mean? But Wilder's he's too big to like contain. You know what I'm saying? He's like too big. Like even the ref was trying to break up the fight, and he was like ragdolling the ref. You know what I'm saying? He was like swinging the ref off his back because he just had adrenaline and he was in the middle of it. So that's different. And when you're getting hit as hard as Wilder's hitting people, when you're getting hit like that, you don't have time to think. So if you make one false move or don't connect with the right counter shot or whatever, then it's gonna be hard. Because Wilder's the type of, he had that weird ass like Alabama strength or whatever the fuck that is. You know what I mean? I don't know what they feed him in Alabama, but he's too powerful. The ref was like, calm down. Exactly. He was ragdolling the ref, and the ref was just trying to break it up. So the ref, I give props to the ref. He's bold, because I'm telling you, Wilder's a big dude, and he had to try to intervene between that. And in the middle of someone swinging like that, you know, if Stavern's getting knocked out 260 pounds, that little ass ref would have been off if he caught one of them hooks. Yo, Wilder hit Stavern so hard in the knockdown that he hit me in the back of the head. He thought he got hit in the back of the head or something. So that's how you know. And then I think it was a straight punch that sat him down. So I don't know. It wasn't even like a hook that was anywhere behind him. So I don't even know why he thought he got hit behind the head. That's how you know he got hit hard. He like, oh, he hit me in the back at rabbit punch. Like, no, it was a straight shot. Another thing is Wilder came out with that mean-ass jab. That jab was kind of mean. The jab was too mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Klitschko was getting off on Joshua with a jab, and Klitschko's not really an athlete. He's kind of a clunky dude. He's much slower. Wilder has a snappy, authoritative, athletic jab. So if he that was a vicious one too. And honestly, if you know boxing, Bermane Stiverne got knocked out because of that initial one too. It was the first punch, and he never fully recovered from that, because once again, Wilder's a finisher, and he didn't let him recover. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, people love Golovkin. But Danny Jacobs was able to fight his way back into the fight to the point where I thought he won after being knocked down relatively early. Kovalev hurt Dre in round 2, and then Dre comes on to win. While people keep talking about Windmill Wilder, but he's not making that mistake like Kovalev did and letting Dre off the hook. You know what I mean? He's doing, whether it's windmill or whatever you want to call it, he's finding a way to get you up out of there and add to his highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, people, I'm not. This looks fucking ridiculous. That looks crazy. That looks crazy. I don't care what nobody's talking about. So, I mean, like I said, listen to what people say then and now. All that windmill shit, you dead. That shit is dead because listen, if I could windmill somebody and the end result is me like this, cool little photo op, and them like this. This reminds me, remember Jamie Foxx when he's like, he said you gotta do the club punch where they don't get to see you. Oh, and he said, oh, he's looking. You have to wait till they don't see you. Boom! Bitch, you don't know who you fucking with. He's like, I'm in the car, he on the ground, trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. That's what Jamie Foxx, you remember that? So again, if I could windmill somebody and I get to walk off all cool and this is the result of the windmill, I mean, who would you rather be? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like Thurman is like a limber looking dude, like a gymnast. That doesn't look natural to me. That doesn't look like a natural position for his size and frame. So obviously when you fall, you just fall any type of way. Look, look like the ref kicked him all in the head. Look at Wilder. See, he's too. You can't look at the ref. Can't even contain him. He's like, woo, fucking rodeo, bro. The fucking rodeo, bro. Come on, Wilder, you got him. Fucking rodeo, bro. Look at the ref. It's a fucking rodeo. Come on, Wilder. Yeehaw. God damn it, you fucking country bumpkin son of a bitch. Yeehaw, it's a fucking rodeo. Look, the ref is getting airtime. Look, he kicked Thurman in the head. That's what it looks like. Did he kick Thurman? Woo! Fucking rodeo, bro. Let me hop on your fucking 6'7" back, you fucking monkey. You fucking rodeo, bro. What you been eating, you country bumpkin? Like, he kicks Thurman. That's what it looked like. It looked like he kicking Thurman. Oh, fuck. Look, this, he just depressed. What's wrong with him? Who he? That guy, he's like, oh, shit. Why he's like, check, please. Why's he got his hand up? Look at Wilder's trainer in the back. He laughing. Woo! Fucking rodeo, bro. Calm down, Wilder. Fuck, I know you're the bronze bomber, but goddamn. Look, ref had to get some airtime trying to maintain Wilder. Look at Wilder, like, get the fuck off me. That don't look normal, bro. Yeah, JD's was smiling. He was laughing. That's a crazy ass photo, man. That. See, y'all doing too much on the internet. See, man, I hope I don't get knocked out like this on. Look at y'all doing too much. What the fuck is this? Where did you get pictures A, B, and C? I never even seen this before. Like, who the fuck is Jimi Hendrix looking motherfucker? Fox it later. Who the fuck? Oh, it's a limbo contest. Wow. They put a limbo contest and they put Thurman up. Come on, man. See, y'all ain't shit. The internet ain't shit for this. How am I wrong? I didn't make this shit. That shit look like Jimi Hendrix. Y'all can't hear Jimmy, though. You know what I'm saying? That's not natural, bro. The way Thurman fell. And wow. What knocked that? Look, what is this? Oh, that's when he was trying to get up. See, this is crazy, bro. I think Wilder might have fucked it up for himself. I don't see the. You know what? I've been spending a lot of time talking about that Joshua fight, but where's Parker in this whole mix? I never even hear Parker say he won the wreck with Wilder, so I think people just forget about that, even though he's a champion. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's a champion, I feel like people just accept the fact that he wouldn't beat Wilder, or they don't think he would. No, Thurman he went to the hospital. Who's going to interview him? And that's kind of fucked up. He's probably concussed or something, getting hit like that. So what are you going to interview him? Hey, how did it feel? Like, there's nothing to really interview. Everyone's seen what happened. I mean, he came up short. I mean, if you were a reporter, what are you going to ask him? Hey, what was your game plan? Like, what is there to ask? We all seen what happened. And see, this is the thing, is like, boxing is so, especially heavyweight division, I feel like there's some names, but like, let's have a real dialogue real quick. I think Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, I think that's a solid fight if he can't get one of the big names. But in my honest opinion, I don't feel like the public would give Wilder a bunch of credit for beating Andy Ruiz if he were to beat him. Let's say he knocked out Andy Ruiz. See, I'm a boxing fan, so I study the game. And Andy Ruiz, he's never been stopped. He's moves pretty well, fast hands. He has some power. You know what I mean? But don't bring up Trey Lip Morrison. Like, isn't he injured? And second of all, he's nowhere remotely on the playing field of competition. Hughie Fury, I don't want to see that. He lost to Joseph Parker. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, those fights, if they happen, it happened. But those aren't going to be fight. See, Wilder's doing what he's supposed to do. Because if he fights them guys, y'all motherfuckers that hate on Wilder already aren't going to give him credit for that. So he's going for the who he's supposed to be going for, the big dog. If he beats Dominic Breazeale, Andy Ruiz, Hughie Fury, would y'all give him credit? Like, I mean, Amir Mansour. How tall is Mansour? Like 6'1"? He has power, but would you give him credit if he let's say Wilder knocked out Amir Mansour? Would you be like, oh, his resume is good now? Honestly. And again, I don't think it's a bad fight. But Mansour's like did a bid, so I know if he went to jail for whatever the amount of time he went, I know Mansour has to be creeping on his 40s or 40. You know what I mean? So they'll say, oh, he fought an old Mansour. So he's kind of in a tough place. We just got to support people like him doing the right thing, calling out the top names. And see, like, someone asked me, oh, what if Wilder fights Dominic Breazeale? I guarantee you this. If Wilder fights Dominic Breazeale, it's because he can't get the top names that he really wants. It's very, just like, come on, like, real shit. Let's be real. Wilder is in the same position as an Errol Spence for the most part. And the reason being, do you think Errol Spence was immediately after he became champion, he called out Keith Thurman again? He's already been on the record saying he'll fight Manny Pacquiao. He already said he wanted Danny Garcia. Those are names he called out. And now he's fighting Lamont Peterson. Still a good fight, still a good fighter. But do you honestly think Errol Spence's number one priority, his number one person on his hit list was Lamont Peterson? No, he's fighting Lamont Peterson because he's a name, and that's the guy who signed up for the challenge. So, again, if Dominic Breazeale and Wilder fight, it's really probably because the top names he couldn't get. Same thing with Sean Porter even. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Sean Porter is as feared as Wilder with the knockouts, but he's still a difficult style that people don't want to embrace. You know what I'm saying? And they know he's rugged. So he fought Adrian Granados because that's who he can get. You know what I mean? But he really wanted to fight Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman. So you guys, as American fighters, American champions, we got to respect the process. And so someone asked, oh, wouldn't you be mad if Wilder fought Dominic Breazeale? No, I wouldn't be mad. Because why would I be mad but turn a blind eye to who he's really trying to fight, like Anthony Joshua, and doesn't seem like Joshua's promoter or Joshua is down to make the fight next. You know what I mean? Because, like, okay, let's say Keith Thurman, Errol Spence. Let's really kick boxing. Like, hit the like button. If you on here, hit the like button. We got triple digits. It's Ego Army, and we're going to kick some real boxing. Here's my point. Keith Thurman even has an alibi, if you will, because he just came off of a shoulder injury. So, in respect to the game, if he wants to take a tune-up or two before fighting Errol Spence, not that I want to wait all the time for it, right? But I could understand coming off an injury and a long layoff, I can understand you not wanting to fight Errol Spence just straight away off the rip, especially when you fought Porter and Danny Garcia back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, elbow surgery. I don't know. I think it's shoulder for whatever reason, but elbow spurs or whatever he had. But that's my whole thing. Is Keith Thurman even has somewhat of a passable excuse. Even though I don't think Keith Thurman wants to fight Errol Spence, he at least has something that he can hang his hat on. Like, hey, my elbow. I'm coming off an injury, and I ain't fought since March. But Joshua doesn't really have that. He just took care of his mandatory and knocked him out. He's 20-0. He has a higher Olympic medal than Wilder does. He's a gold medalist to Wilder's bronze medal. He's within an inch of Wilder's size. He would outweigh Wilder. Wilder just weighed fucking 220. Joshua just weighed 254. So he outweighs him. You know what I'm saying? So why can't the fight be next? Because they don't want it to be next. Period. Like, okay, so Thurman's coming off an injury. That's his reason for not fighting Errol Spence. Fine. Like I said, I'll give him that. So what's the reason for AJ to not fight Deontay Wilder next when he's being called out rapidly? Or Eddie Hearn or whoever you want to blame it on. Hey, who was on my stream earlier? Because I just bodied someone in the hot seat, and then someone else is saying the same thing. And I thought we already discussed it, so obviously he wasn't part of the in-crowd the first stream. He said, let's talk about Porter ducking Spence. Do we still have questions about that? Because I just went over this in my last stream. Does anyone... Does anyone have a better argument than me than the Spence about the Spence Porter thing? No need to rehash it. You can watch the last live stream. Shit, some of y'all need to. And to be honest, I haven't even really heard Spence. I know he's not turning down no fades, but the names I really heard Spence mention are Keith Thurman, Pacquiao, and Danny Garcia. Those are names I really heard him like on routine mention. I haven't really even heard him mention each other, but they're on different paths. That's what it boils down to as of right now. I missed the last stream. What did you say? Listen. The gist of it is this. The IBF doesn't have Sean Porter listed in the top 20, the top 25. So, I mean, why would you want to fight for a belt when you were the champion or the IBF champion And then you look at the rankings, and they got people like Bradley Skeet, Luis Collazo, guys with losses. You know what I mean? Konstantin Ponomarev. They all have top 10 placement, and you're nowhere on the list. Brandon, clean your ears out if you try to correct somebody. He said Spence called him out a couple months ago. I never said that Spence has never said Porter's name or said he would fight him. That's not what I said. You guys have to learn to listen. If you want to prove me wrong or correct me, take what I said and then use it against me. I never said he never mentioned Porter. I said the names, the dedicated names that I routinely hear Sean Porter or Errol Spence call out is Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, and Pacquiao. Meaning multiple interviews, multiple articles, multiple talks. I've heard Spence mention those 3 names a lot more than I've heard him mention Porter. I'm not saying he's afraid or doesn't want to fight Porter or he's scared to fight Porter. I'm just saying the names I've seen him chase more are the guys with the bigger name. Spence versus Thurman, Pacquiao, and what's the name? Danny Garcia. That's what I'm saying. How's Konstantin Ponomarev up there, but Porter's not? And Porter used to have the belt. Has Konstantin Ponomarev ever been like a legit champion? He didn't even want to fight Errol Spence Jr. So how's he listed? He had the opportunity to get bundued, and he let a 40-year-old take the Spence fight instead of taking it. Him and Abel are on record. I think they said he was injured or something. How convenient. I always drink ginger ale, no matter what. That's the drink I get when I'm on the airplane. I always get ginger ale. But yeah, man. I didn't see what Luis Ortiz did. How did he press Deontay? I mean, what did he do? I didn't see him pressing him. I didn't see that. I just seen him in the crowd. I mean, and my thoughts are this. Luis Ortiz is a solid fighter, but he might have messed up for himself. We got to see what the WBC chooses to do. So, I mean, it don't matter. You can press him as long as you want, but if the WBC rules, they're dropping you from the rankings and suspending you like the WBA did, then it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't really have any comment on that. He got to wait to see what his fate is going to be by a sanctioning body, because one of them already shut him out. Either way, whether he was doing something worse or if he didn't declare it, it's Team Ortiz's fault, to be honest. Because you have an opportunity to state what you're on. If I go through the airport and they're like, do you have any liquids, flammables, guns, or weapons? I'm like, nah. And then they run it through the little x-ray conveyor belt and they see fucking knives and stabbing weapons and shit and liquid. They'll be like, hey, I thought you didn't have nothing. Step aside, sir. We got to put this bullshit on your palms. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, so you have to declare that type of shit. What else? Man, listen, I heard Povetkin might fight BJ Flores. What? Didn't BJ Flores get knocked out by Tony Bellew? Why do I want to see that? Povetkin versus BJ Flores. What? Ortiz was saying who's scared? I don't get it. I don't get who was scared. I mean, either way, that doesn't make sense. How you gonna say someone's scared, but they signed up to fight you and did nothing wrong to prevent the fight? And meanwhile, you did do something that cost you the fight. That doesn't make sense to me. Hey, Bellew, I don't know. If if Haye's injury free, I think he's too strong for Bellew. But I thought that the first fight, and he randomly got injured to the point where he couldn't walk or generate power. So I don't know if his body holds up. You know what I'm saying? If his body holds up, I would favor him. But if it's on some Derrick Rose shit, Mr. Glass, then Bellew. Bellew's smart enough to duplicate it. But if he loses to Bellew twice in a row, that's not a good look for Haye at all. And actually, you know what? I thought about this. A lot of people don't really bring up shit like this, but David Haye was like, "Can you pass a brain scan?" And he promised Shannon Briggs, "Let's go, champ. Yeah. Yeah, look at this girl. I said, yeah." Like, you know what I'm saying? He promised him a fight or whatever. And that would have been worse. If you had Cannon Briggs in there, and your leg gave out, you wouldn't even have lasted as long as you did with Tony Bellew. Because you notice David Haye was showing heart, and it took a couple rounds for Tony Bellew to get him up out of there. Trust me on this one. Trust me. If Shannon Briggs had you in there and you can't barely stand, you getting stretched. Shannon Briggs has the most first round knockouts of any heavyweight, including Mike Tyson. Shout out to Brooklyn, Brownsville. I think he's from Brownsville too, but he's from Brooklyn. So it would have been worse because Shannon Briggs has power, and you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't be defenseless in there with the, I mean, that's like being in there with the Wilder or something. You can't be in there wounded with a fucking Wilder or a Shannon Briggs. They just hit too hard. Or Luis Ortiz or any of them. None of them do. If you get an injury like that, man, it's worse. So Haye's actually fortunate because even though I'm a real boxing fan. There's no disrespect to Tony Bellew. I like the cat. I was hesitant. I didn't know how he was doing Creed, but then I watched it. I'm like, he did a good job. Like, he did better than I thought he was capable, because I didn't know him to have no acting background or anything, but he did good. But nothing against Tony Bellew, but the reality is he knocked him out. But obviously, to me, the injury definitely played. It's just like Sergio Martinez versus Cotto. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Cotto did his thing with the situation, but it was very apparent that Sergio couldn't fucking walk. And I think if Sergio had full mobility, if it was the Sergio that fought Kelly Pavlik or that fought Chavez Jr., I think Cotto would have been up out of there. What did Snoop say at the beginning of the America's Most Wanted? Up out of there. Ain't nothing but a gang. Man, Cotto would have been, in my opinion, he would have been out of there. But things played out in his favor. Man's got injured. It is what it is. Sergio is way too big, crafty, southpaw, hitting hard. Man, like I said, even the Sergio that fought Chavez Jr. Listen, y'all keep asking me about these new cats. I like them all, but these guys aren't. It's not hard to like them when they're fighting the echelon of competition. Someone just said Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois, Anthony Yard, Josh Kelly, Shakur Stevenson. I mean, these guys are all great. Mick Connelly, Oscar Valdez. But until I see them all fight proper names, like the guys that that we really like, if Oscar Valdez beat Gary Russell Jr., certified instantly. You know what I mean? So it's a waiting game. I like Joe Joyce, I like Anthony Yard, but I gotta see more. I'm not one of them cats that just see someone and just run with it. I do my research, and that's it. You know what I mean? I didn't just see Crawford one time fighting low-level opposition, be like, that dude is a fucking future. I didn't do that. So for me, I mean, you guys are better off saving your questions. All you have to do, I mean, it's just, I'm not going to tell you much more until they start fighting. I mean, all these dudes look good at this level. Not all of them. If you're a good fighter, have some power or whatever, people are going to like the Bivol. He looked good, but who is Trent Bratwurst? What's his name? Who did he just fight? Bivol. Who did he just fight at light heavyweight? Trent Bratwurst, Snossage. Who did he fight? So y'all don't even know. So yeah, it was an impressive performance, first round knockout. Do that to Joe Smith Jr., Sullivan Barrera, Kovalev Shabransky winner, Artur Beterbiev. Then we're talking. And I'm not saying his team should just put him in there with those guys immediately. But if you want to answer from me about where they're at, then I need to see something. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? Even Joshua. I didn't just see Joshua when he was 7-0. Oh, he's the future. But when I start seeing him stop, what's that dude he stopped? Who was it? Kevin Johnson? Whoever it was. He had never been stopped, and he had fought like Tyson Fury and a bunch of people. And then Joshua stopped him relatively easy. I'm like, okay, this kid might be onto something. You know what I mean? So I just got to see more from these people. They're all, like I said, everyone, Mike Tyson, he's fighting the level of competition, he's going to outshine them. Bivol not ready for Jack yet. That's a good fight. But see, man, the game is fucked up. I seen people, Badu Jack vacated his belt, and they said he was ducking Bivol. Like, y'all use these terms too easily. Like, there's literally no credibility in statements like that. And I'm not saying it's not a good fight. I'm not saying Bivol can't beat him. But obviously, Badu Jack's team has a plan for him. He fought Nathan Cleverly, George Groves, Anthony Durrell. Who else was he fighting in that time? That's 3 champions right there. You know what I mean? Breon Thomas, why he vacate? I don't know. I'm not Badu Jack. I'm not from Sweden. I don't know why he vacated. I'm saying, oh yeah, and DeGale. That's 4 champions right there. What are you talking about? So after being knocked out, I named 4 former or current champions that he fought, and he, in my eyes, beat them all. He beat George Groves. He beat Anthony Durrell. He should have cleanly beat James DeGale. He knocked the boy's teeth out. I don't know exactly what else he had to do to win that fight earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? So he really... Oh, he fought Lucian Bute, and I think they scored a draw, but he really won that fight. So, to be honest, why would he duck a guy with... How many fights does Bivol have? 7? Why would he duck him, but he didn't duck Anthony Durrell, who was a champion? You see how stupid... See, new media is fucking you boys up because y'all are so quick to jump the gun. And I see, you go to a certain place, boxing scene or whatever, and you go to certain forums and you read the forums, and y'all motherfuckers, they know the people involved in boxing, but a lot of times they don't know shit about boxing in those forums. Because you go in and immediately see the most ignorant comments. Badu Jack's scared of Bivol. He's ducking Bivol. Why? Why would he duck him? And to answer your question, I'm not Badu Jack. I didn't. You ain't got the answers. I didn't say I have all the answers, but I'm just saying Floyd Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerby, and whoever's in his team, they're probably advising him, coaching him on what the next best move is. And from what I heard, Badu Jack is going to fight Adonis Stevenson next. I haven't got it all the way confirmed, but I heard that's next on the menu. So, again, who's more accomplished at this point of their career, Adonis Stevenson or Bivol? You guys let me know. Let me know. I'm waiting, and I guarantee you I'll put someone, you talk reckless and don't answer right, I'm put someone in the hot seat. So who's more accomplished? Please let me know. I mean, and see, that's the thing. People, oh, Adonis is chicken, all that extra shit. Okay, he's a chicken, but he's a champion, and he's more accomplished than Bivol. So again, I don't know his exact reason, 'cause I'm not his team. I know dude. I know Badu Jack. I see him. I say, what's up? But I don't know what they have planned. I don't know what they have planned, but chances are there's a good reason. And see, listen. This is where new media really start killing you boys. If you think people, like, you guys always do this. You guys realize this. Like, somebody comes in, they're being touted as like the next greatest thing, and then everyone's like riding like their coattail, and they didn't even really prove nothing. Like, if Bivol is ready right now, then why does he fight Artur Beterbiev, Joe Smith Jr., Sullivan Barrera, Kovalev? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why? If he's ready right now, then that would be the fights to prove himself. But obviously, he's fought lower level competition because they're building him up, which is smart. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But I'm talking about the fans. Somebody said that it was Shabransky. Oh, Andre Ward will lose to Shabransky. Shabransky, it's all about Shabransky. Like, what is Shabransky known for? What has he done? Beat Alexander Brand in sparring? Like, what are you talking about? Ward been in there with Chad Dawson, a full-fledged light heavyweight that came down. Carl Froch and all that, but he's just so terrified of Shabransky, who Golden Boy is telling you is the truth, but he ain't never fought nobody. What are you talking about? New media killing you boys. That's why, and like I said, you notice people can hate me or whatever, but you can't say I'm not consistent and I'm not level-headed. I just told you, Anthony Yarde, Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois, what did I just say? I said they're all great. They're all looking great at this level, but I got to see them, you know, I mean, when they step up, I'll be able to give you a better, a session of where they're at. I'll be able to tell you a bit more. Period. Yeah, y'all use that ducking shit. Someone said Floyd ducked Amir Khan. Why? Why would you fight Ricky Hatton, but you're afraid of Amir Khan? Ricky Hatton was undefeated, and he hits harder than Khan to me. Khan has more speed, taller. But why? Why would you duck Khan? You know what I'm saying? Khan outboxed Danny Garcia for 2 rounds out of 4 and then got dropped 3 times in rounds 3 and 4. Why would you know what I mean? Why would Floyd be like, fuck? I think Conor McGregor, in my honest opinion, I think that's more of probably a dangerous fight just based on the fact of it was a fighter who's coming from a whole different realm. You know what I mean? He's coming from the UFC, and he was supposed to have this big-time power and was knocking Paulie Malignaggi and giving him a black eye and a southpaw. I think that's dangerous, more dangerous than the Khan fight. See, but you guys let people, because even Paulie was talking about back in the day, Amir Khan, I don't know, I think he could beat Floyd, or that's a dangerous fight for Floyd. I didn't see all that. Canelo timed him. Danny Garcia timed him. Bradis Prescott timed him. Julio Diaz timed him and dropped him. And Floyd is the master of multiple things, including timing and reflexes and overall ring generalship and smarts. But all of a sudden, Floyd won't be able to time Khan's speed. But Danny Garcia, who is much slower than Floyd, even when Floyd's 40 years old, he's much slower. He was able to time him. And you could, I mean, you can say whatever you want, but I don't think Danny Garcia at 140 was hitting so tremendously hard, and Floyd obviously has respectable power at 47. You know what I'm saying? It would all leverage out. Khan only has 3 fights at 47, and none of them have been anything close to Floyd Mayweather. Who said Hatton's a bum? See, y'all just talking just to be talking. I think Floyd would have beat Keith Thurman. I really do. I should put someone in the hot seat. Nah, Khan would have been a dangerous fight for Floyd when Floyd's hands were messed up. Should I hot seat him? Should I hot seat him? Should I hot seat this dude? Cause listen, this is how we settle it. Like, glad, okay, he in the hot seat. Y'all wanted it. All right, so the Deuce 5000 says, nah, Amir Khan would have been a dangerous fight for Floyd when Floyd's hands was messed up. When were Floyd's hands messed up? You mean just the fact that he has brittle hands? Like, what are you talking about? Why is Khan so dangerous for Floyd? Let's hear it. Floyd's always had hand issues, but he wears orthopedic Grant gloves. So, I mean, what are you talking about? He got through every single fight and won every single fight, bad hands or not. So what are you talking? So what is the danger from Khan? Come on, hot seat. Your name is Deuce. We about to throw up our deuces. 2 years off gave his hands a chance to heal. But listen to me. You're not even answering my question. Name a fight where Floyd, brittle hands or not, Floyd couldn't get through the fight because his hands gave out. He said he hurt his hands versus Robert Guerrero. I'm sure he hurt it in other fights, but he beat those guys and he beat the shit out of Guerrero. So what are you talking about? So even though his hands are brittle, when has he came up short from having those brittle hands? Like the injury took him out of contention. What are you talking about? Yeah, okay, we all know Floyd has hand injuries, but the hand injuries or not, he got through the Cotto fight, Canelo fight, Pacquiao fight, the Guerrero fight. I love Floyd. I love blocking people and putting people in the hot seat. Now you're not even answering the questions. You said Khan was a dangerous fight, and you've done nothing to prove it. You said, oh, Floyd dangerous, Khan's dangerous because Floyd has brittle hands. I'm talking, you got to start talking English sentences. Otherwise, you're going to get blocked. Why is Khan a dangerous fight? Give me a chance, bro. I'm driving. There is no chance. You in the hot seat. Pull over. Pull over. Because you had, see, and that's that y'all be faking. Y'all had no problem typing to begin with to start this and then get put in the hot seat. And then you're like, hey, wait, bro, give me a chance. I'm babysitting. I'm driving. The ambulance are being like, but none of that was a factor when you said whatever you said to even get into the hot seat. I think on points he could be a dangerous fight. Well, let me ask you this. Is Amir Khan, in your opinion, a more dangerous, now I'm not talking about who won, a more dangerous puncher and has speed, more speed than Zab Judah or Amir and Pacquiao, in your opinion? So let me rephrase the question because I said it kind of weird. Does Khan have more speed and power than Zab Judah and Manny Pacquiao? Oh, hell no. So why did Floyd beat those guys? Huh? Why did he beat them if you admit that they have more speed or equal speed and probably more power? Right? Or Shane Mosley. That's another explosive guy. Now, look at it. Shane Mosley and Pacquiao, they're both fast guys. Who has the better chin? Shane Mosley, Pacquiao, or Amir Khan? I just said dangerous as we know you said dangerous as in risky, but you have to prove the risk. Who has a better chin? Rate the chins. I want all y'all to participate. Mosley, Pacquiao, or Khan, and tell me if anyone doesn't have Khan in third place. No matter if you have Pacquiao or Mosley number one, Khan's in third place out of that roster. Oh my gosh. This is so... name one person that has Khan ahead of Mosley or Pacquiao in the chin department. Khan's speed is dangerous. So Shane Mosley's speed ain't dangerous. Pacquiao's speed ain't dangerous. I have an interview with Pacquiao's sparring partner. He says Pacquiao goes 0 to 60 out of nowhere, and it feels like a ton of bricks hit you. So, again, what are you talking about? Pacquiao has more power than Khan, and he's equally speedy, and he's, to Manny Pacquiao's credit, he's a lot more elusive and harder, more awkward to time than Khan. Because if Pacquiao fought Danny Garcia, there's no... no matter what happened, I think Pacquiao would last longer than 3-4 rounds with Danny Garcia, no matter who won. But Khan didn't. Oh my gosh. This dude's getting buried. Now he's saying Pacquiao is too small. Who gives a fuck if Pacquiao's too small if he's hitting harder with a smaller frame than Amir Khan, who has a bigger frame and he has a better chin? What are you talking about? What, like, honestly, what are you talking about? He said Pacquiao too small. Okay, Amir Khan's a lot bigger, a lot taller, but Freddie Roach is saying that Pacquiao knocked Khan out in sparring. You know what I mean? Khan's been knocked out in fights by... You sound crazy. Yeah, Pacquiao is smaller. He's shorter, but he's also equally fast, if not faster, and he hits harder and he has a better chin. Who cares if Khan is faster and taller if he's not hitting as hard and he doesn't have as good of a chin? Explain that to me. How is that of an advantage? You gonna cause this man to crash? No, I don't want that. I don't wish that on nobody. Once again, Manny Pacquiao has a better chin. He has more power. And like, okay, even let's say Khan has more speed. Pacquiao has more fluidity. He finishes his punches better. Khan is just like, eesh. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, he's hitting you with some eesh, but not all of them are like, oh, fuck, and like bobbing your head around. You know what I'm saying? He's fast as hell. But Pacquiao, let Pacquiao eesh you, your fucking eye is going to be hanging out like Margarito. That's the nature of power. Because Pacquiao has speedy power and is more power than Amir Khan. So what are you talking about? And I mean, I don't even really do triangle theories, but look at Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri, because he's Mr. Small, and look at Khan versus Chris Algieri. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, really? Pacquiao got... I don't even think he lost a round. I don't think he lost a round to Chris Algieri. He knocked him down 6-8 times or some shit. And Chris Algieri, in his first fight, moving up to welterweight, rocked Khan in the first round. And it made for a very competitive fight. A very competitive fight. And like I said, it's not just about triangle theories, but that's just an easy one. I mean, Khan, I don't think Chris Algieri is a masterclass boxer. And Khan struggled with him a little bit. Julio Diaz dropped Amir Khan at a catchweight of 143. So that's why I never understood all this stuff about Amir Khan would trouble Floyd. Then why did Julio Diaz, like, how did he even knock Khan down at a catchweight? Julio Diaz is a career lightweight. And watch Julio Diaz, he gave Sean Porter a tough fight, right? But he also got stopped by Kendall Holt. And watch his fights with Keith Thurman and the rematch with Sean Porter. He had nothing for them guys. Should I keep going with this hot seat? Because I don't think he's fucking with me. But it's up to the audience. Should I keep burying him? And see, this y'all say stupid stuff because at the end of the day, we all know timing negates speed. There's guys that have probably been faster than Floyd, but Floyd's timing is it's impeccable. Yeah, burying you because you haven't said shit. You haven't said how Khan is a dangerous fight. Floyd was punching a lot harder against McGregor. Hands were healed. No, he wasn't. He always hits like that, but he had no respect for Conor McGregor, so he just walked him down. But he's not willing to. Floyd is smart. He's not going to walk down Pacquiao like that and throw caution to the wind, because Pacquiao's not to fuck around with. You can't just walk Pacquiao down. Yeah, look at Margarito. Margarito's 5'11", bigger than Floyd and Pacquiao, and he tried to walk him down. His eye almost fucking fell out, and he really had to retire. So you don't know shit about boxing, and you're making it very apparent. Oh, he was hitting harder versus Conor McGregor. Not really. He always hits like that. He was just more aggressive because he knew Conor McGregor couldn't fuck with him. You know what I mean? That's simple. He has the same snap. You know what I'm saying? He probably lost some speed because he's a little bit older, but he wasn't hitting harder versus McGregor. It's the mere fact that he didn't give a fuck about McGregor, and he knew McGregor couldn't fuck with him. Like, you can't do that to Shane Mosley. Just walk him down for 8 rounds straight. You know what I'm saying? Shane Mosley caught you when you were on your shit in the 2nd round. So how you gonna just walk Shane Mosley down with no game plan? You're just saying stupid shit. See, and that's how I know real boxing fans from people like you, because y'all say recycle just dumb shit. Oh, his hands healed. He was hitting so much harder versus Conor. No, he got a stoppage because he didn't fight a boxer. No, you're not honest. You don't know shit about boxing. That's the only honesty. He wasn't fighting a premier boxer, so he took different chances. That's what this boils down to. You know what I'm saying? If LeBron James is playing against a high school basketball team versus the Golden State Warriors, you're probably going to see a different level of engagement with LeBron. He knows he has to be on his A game and defend on both sides of the court versus the Golden State Warriors. But if he's playing against a high school team, he could be a little bit more nonchalant because you know what I'm saying, knows they're not going to be able to beat him. Conor didn't have nothing for Floyd. It had shit to do with Floyd's hands would heal in 2 years. It had to do with he didn't respect Conor's power. Listen, you're the premier casual fan. Literally everything, you haven't made good points, and everything you're saying has been like routine shit I hear everyone say. I think Conor is a fast fighter. Hard for anyone to beat on points unless you crack that glass jaw. That's what everyone says. But then, okay, here's my question to you, since you want to just repeat what other people say. My question to you is this. Khan's hard to beat on points. Name a masterclass boxer that Amir Khan has beaten that you would rank on the same echelon as a Floyd Mayweather. Who is he outboxed that's a Floyd Mayweather caliber person? That's my question to you. Everyone keeps saying this about, oh, Khan, he's hard to beat on points. But who has he fought that you would say is a Mayweather level masterclass boxer? Who has he fought? I didn't say Floyd couldn't beat him. I said, Dan, you're all over the place. And once again, you notice how they never answer my questions. They never answer. I ask a perfectly easy to understand English question, and they don't answer. I never said Floyd couldn't beat. I don't care about that extra shit. Tell me the answer to my question. Who has Amir Khan beat that's a masterclass boxer that you rate up there with Floyd Mayweather's boxing ability? It's simple. So we can get done with this casket. It's just about ready. Because you ask when I'm trying to type. See, you're typing unnecessary stuff and you're still not answering my question. Name a masterclass boxer that Amir Khan has beaten that you rank or rate up there with Floyd Mayweather. That's the question. So we shouldn't really see any other responses other than the answer. No one. Boom. So once again, I just broke down what your argument that everyone uses. Oh, Khan's hard to beat on points. Unless you I mean, Khan is even saying that. I seen him on Twitter. He's like, oh yeah, like, I got knocked out by big punchers and stuff. But he hasn't beat anyone who's on the level of Floyd. He has not beat, name Paul McCloskey. Is Paul McCloskey a Floyd Mayweather level boxer? Zab Judah, who lost to Floyd, and Khan later fought him. Chris Algieri, a guy who was a kickboxer, Van Damme or some shit before boxing. Luis Collazo. Who else? Devin Alexander. I mean, who is even remotely in the rank? Julio Diaz. Who's in the Kotelnik? Who's in the echelon? Marco Antonio Barrera, who was old and not athletic like Floyd. Who is Khan beat that you would say is that? But meanwhile, on the flip side, I can tell you some people Floyd has beat that presented equal or greater danger than I feel Amir Khan, because they were tougher, bigger, stronger, punched harder, just as fast as Khan. Oh my gosh. Is he still squirming? I thought he's dead right now. He says no one could fuck with Floyd, but in the points game, I think Khan would have been trickier than Pacquiao. Why? You still haven't proven. It's not just about what you think. It's explain it. How is he trickier than Pacquiao when I just told you, in my honest opinion, Pacquiao is a lot more awkward than Amir Khan. Amir Khan throws at one speed for the most part. Each. You know what I'm saying? He's not mixing it up with variety. Kind of like how Gary Russell fought Lomachenko. Pacquiao does weird shit like stutter steps and weird ass shit, moving like angles and stuff, and he varies his speed better, and he hits harder, and he has a better chin. Douche, you dead. You must be from the UK. I mean, come on. Like, again, and see, like, people keep, like, the other part of your argument. Damn, I'm one of your biggest fans and you shitting on me. I'm not shitting on you. I just don't feel your perspective, and you're not doing a good job of making me feel your perspective. But listen, the other part of your argument, you said unless you can hurt Khan. See, I'm dropping the phone so much, I'm killing you. You said unless you can hurt Khan, then he's a tough nut to crack. Pause. He's hard to beat. But why did Julio Diaz hurt Khan? That's a career lightweight with less speed, less accuracy, less ring IQ, less everything than Floyd Mayweather, a guy who's been stopped. So if Julio Diaz can drop you, why do you honestly think Floyd can't stop you? Conor McGregor looked way taller than Floyd Mayweather. He rehydrated. He looked way bigger than Floyd Mayweather, and he got stopped. So explain that to me. And then guys who were much bigger like Maidana and Canelo, Floyd found ways to make them respect him. Another person I totally forgot, Victor Ortiz has speed, and he's a southpaw. And that, you know what I mean, Floyd can't be in the shell as much. Khan's not a southpaw. So his speed is coming from, Floyd can actually do the shell. You know what I'm saying? The southpaws, like oh my God, you're getting destroyed. Pacquiao and Victor Ortiz are both southpaws, which would hinder you being in the shell so much because you can't do it for 12 rounds against a southpaw because of the trajectory. Khan is not even, he's coming from an orthodox standpoint. So I think that would be easier than a Pacquiao fight because Floyd can use his famous defense as much as he wanted on the ropes. If someone's just throwing with one speed from an orthodox standpoint. See, that's what makes, like, the Pacquiao fight. He can't do that with Pacquiao. Stay in the shell for, just like Berto when he came out. Well, I'm not saying Berto's as good as Floyd with the shoulder roll, but the mistake he made, he fought a southpaw in Robert Guerrero and came out in the shell. And he's not even as good at the shell as Floyd. And that's why people make fun of his eyes the way they were looking. That's why. Because when you're fighting a southpaw who is mugging you and you're in the Philly shell, it's easier to hit from a southpaw trajectory. Let's vote, man. I've already off this dude. Let's vote. If you think you got an L, put your L's up. Everybody, put your L's up. I already made my points, man. The L's are coming in. See, you didn't do a good job. We're supposed to understand and feel where you're coming from by the end, and you left us confused. You saying Amir Khan was a dangerous fight. I really don't. How is he much more dangerous than Pacquiao, Zab Judah? Again, southpaws. Victor Ortiz, southpaws with more power, explosive speed, and they have better overall chins and stuff. So I don't see this inherent danger that Floyd would, where, oh, fuck, Khan just has this type of speed. Like, if Khan was hitting as hard as Errol Spence with that speed, okay, then I can understand, because he would have that type of speed that he has, plus his power is, like, hard. You can't even, like, cope with it. But he doesn't have that type of power at welterweight. Okay, here's my question to you. I know you're already buried and the fans already voted, but here's my next question. Who has Khan stopped at welterweight? Who has Khan stopped at welterweight? Chris Algieri, his first fight at welterweight. Devin Alexander, who lost most rounds. Luis Collazo. You know what I'm saying? So, how's Khan gonna? I don't like the way Khan takes a punch, to be honest. Like, I just think Floyd, if you notice, Floyd, when he's on, like Robert Guerrero's and stuff, his head's rocking back and shit like that. He's making their heads rock back. Even Canelo, like, he was shooting uppercuts and shit, and Canelo's head was bopping up. So you don't think that's going to happen to Khan? Anyway, he got the L casket. Should I show mercy? Because he said he's one of my biggest fans. Should I show mercy and just put him in timeout? Hurry up and put whatever y'all decide. Hurry up. All right, we gonna mercy you. All right, one of my admins, his name is the Deuce 5000. Just time him out. Put him in timeout. Even though I know I killed him. We gonna show some mercy today, man. He said, "What happens is I lost." You normally you're supposed to get blocked, but we just put you in timeout because we showing mercy today, man. Like I said, see, if you come into the stomping grounds, be prepared to really debate. You know what I'm saying? This is like gladiator shit. You better come with your argument. And like I said, it's when you just go off of what other people say without really analyzing it, that's not good, man. People keep, oh, Khan's hard to beat on points because you heard someone, Khan or Paulie Malignaggi or something, say that. But see, this is their thought process. So they might have more reasons why they think that, but you just trying to run with it. I don't see that. I don't see it. Khan. I don't see Floyd losing to Khan. Point blank, period. If you can't beat Danny Garcia, like, Danny Garcia is all the way slower in every facet. Mentally, like his processing, his hand speed, definitely his foot speed. All of that is slower than Floyd. And I've seen pictures next to him. Floyd's about the same size as Garcia. He's fought more fights at a high level and at welterweight. And Danny Garcia was able to time Khan after losing the first 2 rounds. So why would Floyd all of a sudden not be able to pick off shots? And see, like, listen to what people are saying about this, the Khan speed. Everyone keeps talking. I'm going to bury, listen, new media, I'm about to bury all y'all. Just answer, someone answer this and we can switch subjects. I'm going to bury everybody. It's going to be casket day. Are you guys ready? Let me know when you guys are ready for this point. Let me know in the comment section. Say ready, ready, ready or not. Just let me know you're ready, and I'm a bury everybody. Couple more. Oh, Gracie Pooh ready. What's up, Gracie? Listen. I got the ultimate question for you guys. Since you guys say you're ready. My question is this. Name somebody. This is like Family Feud. Get your hand on the buzzer. Name somebody that has beaten Amir Khan that was faster than Amir Khan. Hurry up and go right now. Once again, name somebody that has a win over Amir Khan that was faster than Amir Khan. Nobody. No one. LOL. Nobody. 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 Checkmate. No one. Canelo's not faster than Amir Khan. Why was he losing the first 5 rounds? What are you talking about? Canelo has good hand speed, but he don't have Amir Khan. What are you talking about? Canelo is not faster. Canelo has good hand speed, fluid combinations, very slow feet. I'm talking about all around faster. Canelo got slow ass feet. Khan moves with faster feet than Canelo. I'm just talking about all around being fast. Nobody. So the real boxing fans who aren't just reaching said no one. And guess what? That's absolutely right. No one that has a win over Khan is faster than Khan all the way around. Like way faster speed, way faster. There's no one that is a win over him. Danny Garcia, Bradis Prescott, Canelo, none of them guys are overall faster than Khan. And they all beat him. So once again, that just lends credence to my whole point. Timing beats speed, because everybody that faced Khan, no one was faster than Khan, and they still were able to beat him. So I don't understand when it comes to the masterclass boxer of this generation, why you guys feel that he would lose because of Khan's speed. Like, how is he going to lose because of Khan's speed, but other much slower guys than Floyd were able to figure it out some kind of way? And you could say, oh, those guys are heavy punchers, heavy-handed. Floyd hits hard enough. Listen, put it this way. And it's not just about triangle theories, but you got to listen to this. If Floyd is not hitting hard enough, then why did Canelo knock Khan out, but he didn't knock out Floyd, knock him down, or even come close to hurting him? You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Cotto. If Amir Khan moved up to 54 and fought Cotto after he avenged the Margarito loss, you would favor Khan to beat Cotto at 54? Honestly. I want to know this. Could he beat De La Hoya at 54? Could Khan beat De La Hoya at 54 when Mayweather fought him? Could he beat Miguel Cotto at 54 after he avenged the Margarito loss? So what are we talking about? Floyd's a master of distance, and he knows how to win, period. Yeah, I can't see Khan beating Cotto at 54. I don't even know if you beat him at 47, but definitely at 54 just because of the weight. Oscar De La Hoya had a chin too. What's Khan going to do to De La Hoya? De La Hoya had a chin. So, man, you guys keep saying the speed, but everyone that Khan lost to no one's faster than him. So there was a way to get it done. I mean, speed, like, see, that's what I'm saying. That's how you know who knows their boxing. Speed is a great asset, but that doesn't mean you're going to win because you're faster. There's a lot of guys who are like, let's say Jean Pascal is faster than Kovalev. He might be. He looks more athletic than Kovalev, so he might have faster hands, but he still got knocked out by Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? Golovkin beat David Lemieux, I would say, has faster hands. The man Deuce is back out of his timeout. Shout out to him. See, we show a little mercy from time to time. Man, but yeah, it's crazy. Can we get 100 likes? I've been on for a minute and we didn't even get to 100. Y'all slacking on the game, or YouTube's tripping, one of the two. If we don't get to 100 likes, Man, y'all gotta hit that like button. I just looked at that, man. We should have been at 100 at least. Who would I pick? Lemieux, Jacobs? Jacobs. Lemieux is... I like Lemieux a lot. But Lemieux, if he can't get you out of there in the first 5, I think stamina kind of comes into play. In addition, Jacobs is just overall more complete. Like, you have to watch out for Lemieux's power, but Jacobs just overall boxes better. You've seen him on his toes versus Golovkin. So I think that's why we would try to fight Lemieux. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he has more. Jacobs just has more tools. You know what I'm saying? He has more tools. Jacobs' chin is suspect. Listen, Asia White, you could become the next victim because, again, I'm so sick of boxing fans just recycling what people say. That's all they do. They just recycle what people say. You just said Jacobs has a suspect chin, but Golovkin didn't do a good job of proving that. Because Golovkin's supposed to be the most powerful, overall most dangerous middleweight, and he knocked him down. Jacobs got right the fuck back up, and I thought won the fight. So everyone keeps basing this because Dimitri Perot knocked him out. Everyone says he has a suspect chin, but nobody else since has been able to, from Peter Quillen to Golovkin, nobody else has been able to duplicate what Perot did. So you guys do too much with this suspect chin. That's like saying people did the same thing with Badu Jack, right? Oh, Badu Jack has a because he got stopped. He got stopped. It happens. It's boxing. Who knows what his camp was like or whatever. No excuses. But Anthony Durrell didn't stop him. George Groves, James DeGale didn't stop him. You know what I'm saying? Lucien Bute has power, didn't stop him. So it's like at some point those same sediments and like earlier notions and thoughts have to die down when you see them in there and they're not getting stopped every fight. When people say, when I think of suspect chin, I think people who are like so shop worn, like Jesus Soto Kras. He's been stopped so many times. He got stopped by Rosado, stopped by Keith Thurman, stopped by Marcos Maidana, stopped by Kamagai, right? He just got stopped again last week. That's a suspect chin. And it's not that he's always had a suspect chin, but he's been through too many wars and he just can't take the punishment anymore. You know what I'm saying? But then there's other guys who just never really had a chin. You know what I'm saying? But it's like those are better examples than Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs has a suspect chin and he's been knocked out one time. And the most powerful middleweight that we're saying of this era couldn't knock him out. So it's like, y'all gotta fall back with the suspect chin. That's what I'm saying. People in boxing don't really analyze what they say. They just hear someone say it. Oh, so Rigondeaux has a suspect chin. So and so. Suspect chin. Why? They're obviously doing something right because they keep winning. They say Wilder has a suspect chin, but he just annihilated Thurman. You know what I mean? Molina clipped him. He didn't even go down. Like, so what are you guys really saying? You know what I mean? Like when I even heard a dumbass say that Tim Bradley got a suspect chin because Ruslan hurt him. That's what's supposed to happen. You get hit by a fucking hard-ass Russian puncher, you're supposed to get hurt. That's how the game goes. You know what I mean? You guys all do too much with this suspect chin shit. Oh. Hey, you notice, like, the funny thing is, how come no one says Soto Kras has a suspect chin? And he been stopped more than Jacobs, more than Rigondeaux, more than Deontay Wilder. All these people that y'all throw out this suspect chin for, a lot of times African-American fighters, right? They all have the suspect chins. But why is no one saying Vic Darchinyan has a suspect chin? Soto Kras has a suspect chin. When they've been stopped way more times than any of these people we're talking about. But everyone says Wilder has a suspect chin. Jacobs has a suspect chin. You see how stupid it sounds? Victor Ortiz been stopped. Why does he not have a suspect chin? He got stopped a couple times. Sergio Mora never stopped him. And he got dealt with in the rematch. And see the thing, like again, you guys hold your head up. Jacobs made a foolish mistake. He had his man hurt. Sergio had been talking shit about the fight. He got overly aggressive and got caught. But guess what? The same circumstance happened with Manny Pacquiao. He got knocked out by a light heavyweight. Now Marquez has some cracks, but he got overconfident and got stretched for it. You know what I mean? Jacobs just got knocked down and got right back up. It happens. But again, if Jacobs has a suspect chin, how come Golovkin has the same Golovkin and Sergio Mora have the same amount of knockdowns against Jacobs? Isn't that weird? How come the most powerful middleweight was not able to produce a knockout or more knockdowns than the guy who has no power like a Sergio Mora? Oh, this shit is too easy. Man, new media is turning up. I see y'all in the comment section. Someone said Jamal Charlo got Triple G shook. My thing is this. I was at the Charlo press conference. They saying, hey, you feel you the best 160? Come on. I'm Golovkin's mandatory. Let's see it. I'm ready now. You think Triple G is going to make it his point to fight Jamal Charlo? You guys always give passes to fighters you like. And fighters you want to like, or fighters that HBO or ESPN praises. I would give Triple G, Abel Sanchez, Tom Loeffler, K2 as a staff, as a record label, and as a motherfucking crew. I'd give them all the credit in the world if Canelo chooses Lemieux, Saunders, winner, or some other option, and they fought Charlo. I would give them a ton of credit just for the fight, just for taking the fight. But I don't think they were looking that way. I mean, Abel Sanchez already said, he did an interview, and he said, he did an interview with DBN, and he says, we're not looking to fight Charlo unless we're forced to by the WBC. Like, wow. Like, damn, someone got to force you to make a good fight? But let Andre Ward and Kovalev or something, they're like, oh, Ward's a bitch if you don't fight Kovalev. But other fighters don't get called nothing. This shit is crazy, man. Charlo don't have a promoter. He has an advisor, Al Heyman. So Charlo versus Mayweather. Why would Charlo fight a 40-year-old Mayweather who's retired? Like, that makes no sense. Floyd's already proven what he's proven, so if he does decide to come back, he's going to come back for money. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's going to generate him a lot of money, like a Conor rematch or something. But why would Floyd come back and fight Charlo? See, you make yourself sound like an angry Pacquiao fan or something. So mad that Floyd beat Pacquiao, so you just want to put Floyd up against it. Like, literally, Floyd is one of the last, and Pacquiao, they're one of the only fighters in this last breed of generation that even fight close to their walking around weight. So, like, the Charlos and stuff, I mean, they're just they're just big, you know what I mean? And, like, to me, like, fights like that, those aren't even really realistic fights because they wouldn't make the same amount of money. You fight a guy who's just way bigger just for the sake of doing it. I mean, why? I mean, why doesn't Pacquiao fight Canelo then? Or Triple G? He lost to Floyd. Redeem yourself. Fight Triple G. Yeah, Young Credentials was good. Charlo's definitely earned their respect. Triple G said he's down to go to Japan for Ryan Murata. Why not fight the Charlos in Houston? You don't even have to leave the country there. And he's your mandatory, so you're satisfying your mandatory. Dominique Wade's your mandatory. You had no problem fighting him. Someone answer that. Dominique Wade was made like, bam. And the first thing people say, oh, it's just mandatory, you fucking idiot. Yeah, but I don't really have interest. Listen, I don't have any interest of talking about Mayweather. He's retired. I mean, until otherwise proven, he's out. People keep bringing up Floyd like he did his thing and now he's gone. It's like, I mean, it's like Ward. There's great fights he could have fought, but he said he's retired. So to me, I'm just gonna respect that until otherwise noted. Until Ward says, you know, I'm in shape, I'm coming back to fight who so and so. Then it's just gonna have to be that. Like, neither guy has really given us anything that they for sure are coming back or anything. So it's just like, there's so many great fights as is with active fighters for me to be worried about Ward coming back when he's telling us he's done, and Mayweather, who's 40, who's telling us he's done. And like I said, Floyd especially, he's earned the right to move like he does. He's doing live game. He's like, Floyd, I think, is at this point, he's just trying to outdo himself, outdo his own records. And if you can't do that, then the fight's not happening. You know what I mean? And Charlo would not outdo a Conor McGregor or a Canelo fight. So it's just, the likelihood is, it's like Lada. I mean, yeah, it could be a cool fight, could be boring, but it's not gonna do no type of numbers. Lara's fighting Terrell Goucher and Yuri Foreman, so why would he all of a sudden fight Floyd? And you know what I'm saying? And it did numbers. Ugh. Triple G fought 154 pounds. Is Dominique Wade a 154 pounder? I don't know if that's true. Is he? I think he was at 60. He fought Sam Solomon. Gerald Miller versus White. That's a good fight. Yeah, Dominique Wade's at 60 because he fought Sean Porter in the amateurs at 165. I don't know if he was ever at 54 as a pro. Listen, I thought Triple G liked mandatories. He fought Dominique Wade. Jamal Charlo is that fight. When, like, see, and this always happens. This is so bothersome when when a fighter chooses a lackluster fight, they throw out some reason. Oh, he's a champion, or he has this belt, or he's a mandatory, knowing nobody really wants to see that fucking fight, but they use that as the rationale of the fight being made. He's a Dominique Wade's a mandatory. Okay, now the mandatory is actually a good one that I think could put up a great fight, win, lose, or draw versus Triple G, and then now no one's pushing for that. Fans aren't pushing for that. Fans are like, oh yeah, chase the Canelo rematch. What? If you can't get the Canelo, so why not fight Charlo? Now all of a sudden mandatories don't count. Crazy. I mean, the game is fucked up, man. Fucking Deontay Wilder. Oh, he hasn't fought no one. He fights bums. But he wants to fight Joshua, non-bum. And then people try to prevent it. No, he doesn't deserve Wilder. Then you don't really want to see him step up. Because if you're saying you want him to step up, and then he's trying to step up with the best, and he's in a position where he has a belt, so he should be able to fight the best, then what's the holdup? Why would people be against that? I'm not understanding it. Why not Charlo versus Jacobs? Charlo, listen, people like you, they're only here to cause distractions. Sony Shiloh. You like the dog Shiloh. Get lost. You see, this is what they do. Why? Okay, so why do the African American fighters have to fight each other? Don't get it twisted. Charlo versus Jacobs is a very good fight. But Triple G, I said Jacobs beat Triple G, but the judges didn't agree with me, and half of you motherfuckers in the comment section didn't agree with me, right? So Jacobs coming off of a loss, he got to fight Charlo, right? You know what I mean? He doesn't get to bounce back and, like, you know what I mean, work his way back up the ladder. He got to fight Charlo, but the guy, the champion, who Charlo is the #1 mandatory because he got in a position with the WBC where he was ranked 2. Then he knocked off the #1 guy by knockout. You said, why not Charlo versus Jacobs? Why not the spot that Charlo has earned through the WBC? Why doesn't he get to fight for a belt? Jacobs don't have a belt right now. So it doesn't even make sense. Charlo's undefeated. He was formerly a champion. I know he wants to become a champion again. He says he wants to move up in weight again to 168 at some point, right? So why Charlo Jacobs, as good as a fight that could be, it'd be for no belt. And then if Charlo somehow, if he were to lose or whatever, or lose a decision to Jacobs, then now he loses his #1 spot against Triple G. Like, how does that make sense? But again, they're only here to cause distractions. They always want to tell you, like, oh, Floyd, why doesn't Mayweather fight Andre? Why doesn't Canelo fight Andre? Canelo was the guy who was legit for 154. He's really of the size, 154, 155. At a point in time, he was a champion. Why doesn't he fight Andre? But again, you don't have any problem with the 2 African-American fighters fighting, even though Floyd is not really a permanent 154 resident. He's peeked his head in there a couple times based on skill. But Canelo don't have to fight Andrade because Andrade is the B-side. You see how I see how y'all do. Y'all do the same shit over and over and over again. Charlo got to fight Jacob, so even though he's in line for Golovkin's belt, he gotta bypass that, take a risk fighting Jacobs for no belt instead of fighting the champion with the belt that he's been calling out. I haven't heard Charlo call out Jacobs like he's been calling out Triple G. So why doesn't Charlo get to fight for the position and the placement that he's earned through the WBC? Crazy. Just, it's the same thing y'all do with in the situation with Joshua and Wilder. So Wilder can't unify with another champion. He got to go through Dillian White. You know what I mean? Charlo, even though he's #1 right now with the WBC, so he should be able to get a Golovkin fight that should get forced or made by the WBC. That doesn't matter. You telling me that he should stop what he's doing to fight Jacobs, which is a good fight. Don't get it twisted, but it's just that what's the logic other than it's a good fight? And why would everyone? Triple G has received better promotion than Jacobs so far. We'll see what Matchroom and HBO does with Jacobs, but he's received better promotion. So why wouldn't Charlo want to fight the guy with the bigger name, which would have a bigger paycheck attached to it, and he would probably get more credit for beating Golovkin with no losses than Jacobs with 2 losses. Killing you cats. Just dismiss every argument as racist is BS. Nah, Charlo has no money. Mikey Garcia has no money either. What are you talking about? Yo, you know what? You in the hot seat because you ain't even talking need promoters. What are you talking about? Let me just fry you up because you just talk Shiloh, Sonny Shiloh. Everybody get your popcorn. Sonny wants to battle in the hot seat because he's typing stupid shit. What are you talking about? People need promoters, and what does that have to do with it? So why should Charlo fight Jacobs over the person he's the #1 mandatory for with the belt and an undefeated record? That'll give him more money because of the guy's name. Explain that to me, Shiloh. Shout out to England. Pull over, bruh. See, learn from your boy Deuce. He driving. Pull over. You gotta pull over. You in the hot seat. Where's shot? See, you guys always disappear when you in the hot seat. It always takes forever to respond. You need money to bring to the table for bug fights. What the fuck is a bug fight? We about to spray bug spray on you. We about to spray raid on you. You're not even answering any of my questions. Everybody get your canister of raid. We about to spray it over Shiloh. Once again, if Charlo got a ranking, a number 2 ranking, just fought an eliminator and knocked his man out to fight the champion, he's the number 1 mandatory for Golovkin. Who's undefeated and has a bigger name? Why should he leave to fight Jacobs? My first response did not show. How convenient. Just copy and paste it. Hurry up. You about to get cooked in the hot seat. So explain that. Explain it. See, and it's funny that your first response didn't show up, but all your other responses are showing up no problem. You see how that's funny, how that works? Oh, my first response didn't show up, but everything else was coming through no problem. So, once again, explain that. Why Charlo should lose his spot in line for a belt to fight an undefeated guy with a bigger name, to fight a guy with 2 losses that lost to the guy who he's ranked to fight. Oh my God, you got one more response. He says, why would a promoter put their fighter in with a dangerous fighter? Because that has no marketing value. What are you talking about? Charlo says I have the interview. Charlo says, I want to fight Golovkin. So why would his promoter not put him? Why did his promoter allow him to participate in an eliminator to become the number 1 mandatory for Golovkin if his team didn't want him to fight? You don't even make sense. How does that have no market value? There's a lot of market value. If he beats Golovkin, right? If he beats Golovkin, then he's the man. And then that'll give him a See, when it comes to Wilder, everyone's, oh, Wilder needs a signature win. That would be Charlo's signature win if he can cleanly beat Triple G or knock him out. Because Jacobs didn't knock him out or cleanly beat him, according to the judge, and neither did Canelo. I'm not against Charlo fighting Triple G or Canelo, but that fight not happening next. No money. See, you're full of shit. You getting buried on here. How is there no money? Okay. Listen. I don't know if do you got more money than me? You got more money than me? And I would go to Texas, spend my hard-earned money, and I would go to Texas to watch that fight and give you guys all the coverage in the world. If Triple G fought Canelo in Texas or at the Barclays or wherever. I'm in Brooklyn right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? So what are you talking about has no money? You full of shit. Triple G fighting Canelo next, man, not Charlo, LOL. You don't know that. Canelo might not want to fight him now. He might want to fight Lemieux Saunders winner. And listen. All my Ego Army fans that want to see, y'all want to see a dead body? I'm gonna show you this. And see, I'm too smart for this. I've been doing this too long and I see the games. Let me show you how the hot seat is really done and show you what's going on. So they use a lot of it's like a magician. They use a lot of trickery and bullshit to try to throw you astray. But if you really analyze it, this is how you always burn these dudes. It comes back full circle. The dude's initial point, his initial statement that put him in the hot seat was that Jermall Charlo needed to fight Danny Jacobs, right? And then when it came time to see Triple G fight his #1 mandatory, Jermall Charlo, he says there's no money in that fight. So you mean to tell me there's no money in Charlo fighting for a title when both Charlo brothers have been on fire, knocking fools out and doing good things at 54 and 160? There's no money there, nowhere, but there's money in Danny Jacobs versus Charlo. And Jacobs lost to Triple G. And he's a lesser known name and he no longer has his belt. So how's there money in that fight? Jacobs versus Charlo, a guy with 2 losses now, no belt, who lost to the guy, Triple G, but there's no money for the champion fighting his mandatory. You're getting burned up. I don't even know why y'all even step in the kitchen at this point. What's that? Gordon Ramsay? I'm all them. Wolfgang Puck, Gordon Ramsay. So Charlo versus Jacobs is a big money fight, and Triple G versus Charlo is not a big money fight. Crazy. And another reason people like you, for the record, are full of shit is because y'all claim that Triple G is like a huge star, and he's, you know what I mean, he's the big star and he's selling out all these venues, and like rightfully so. I was at his fight. I covered his fight as media. He fought Dominic Wade. I mean, yeah, I was at the Wade fight at the Forum. 16,600 people showed up. That was the count. So you mean to tell me he could sell out 16,600 tickets at the Forum, the fabulous Forum in Inglewood, right? He could sell that out, but if he fought Charlo, nobody would show. He would do less than that, given the right venue. Hey, Sonny, you cooked. He said, how much money Charlo bringing? Seriously. So now it's about money. See, you're all over the place. So it doesn't matter where he's ranked. It doesn't matter he's a mandatory. Even though when Golovkin fought Dominic Wade, how much money was Dominic Wade bringing? I know a lot more about the Charlo brothers than I do about Dominic Wade. So nobody gave a fuck when Dominic Wade was the mandatory and had lesser of a name, lesser of a resume, comes off a win, a split decision win over Sam Solomon, who's 40, who was fighting Jermaine Taylor as a crippled, right? So Dominic Wade coming off that performance, there was all the money in the world for that fight. But fighting Charlo, what money? These dudes, do they really think these young boys can't beat me? Everybody say it. Everybody type that. Say, these young boys can't beat me. You easy work. Easy ass work. Hey, these young boys can't beat me. Wade not a threat like Charlo risk reward. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Now Charlo's too risky. So the risk and reward doesn't make sense. So AKA you're scared. Let's go to the vote. Let's go to the voting. He just admit that he's scared for his fighter. That's what that means. Now all of a sudden, oh, Wade's not as risky. So you want Triple G in fights you know he's gonna win. That's what you're basically saying. Because when Wade was a mandatory, you never brought up shit about his money, his star power, his drawing power, his resume. All you said was Dominic Wade is a mandatory, so god damn it, that's why they fighting. But now another person is mandatory with a bigger stylistic interest as a fight, and now you bringing up all types of dumb shit. Oh, how many girls has Charlo gotten pregnant? What the fuck does any of that have to do with it? What does that have to do with him being the number one? Oh, but Charlo, I mean, what about how much money does he have in his savings account? What the fuck? Like, none of that has anything to do with it. Collect your L. Like I said, you some easy ass work, Sony. These young boys can't beat me. Talking about, ooh, Charlo don't bring no money. Charlo has more personality than Dominic Wade. He has the whole twin experience. It is a good selling point. I was just at the Charlo's press tour in Brooklyn, or the press conference. They said they want a Showtime All Access. You know what I mean? If the fight was on HBO, HBO would probably do something for it. They're more charismatic. They're in shape. They're younger than Dominic Wade. They have a better resume. They seem more of a threat. You some easy ass work. Get him out of here. I seen the L's come through. Let's do a couple more L's for Sonny, because he was shucking and jiving, trying to dodge this fade. But we ain't showing no mercy on Sonny. Sony. He said prize fighting. You done, boy. Get cooked. But like I said, one of my mods off with his head. These young boys can't beat me. He talking about Wade was less of a risk than Charlo. So that's what it is. Just say that. Just say you know that Triple G would be in tough with Charlo, in your opinion, and now you want to make a bunch of excuses why the mandatory doesn't get a shot. This is what happens in boxing, people. This is what they always do. Just like Wilder Joshua, it doesn't have nothing to do with Wilder can't sell out stadiums and He's only fought bums. It has something to do with fear. You have a fear that your fighter just maybe might not be able to pull it off and might lose to the other person. So you come up with a bunch of bullshit so the fight doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, when Dominique Wade was fighting Triple G, no one said anything. He was the #1 mandatory, and that was the acceptable reason why the fight was happening. Now Charlo is saying, like, listen, real boxing fans, I'm going to say something, and y'all let me know if you've heard the contrary. I put this on anything. The Triple G versus Dominique Wade fight seemed to just get made. I never once heard Dominique Wade pressing Triple G for his opportunity. Like, you know what, I'm your #1 mandatory. I'm coming for, you know, I never seen him do the Clubber Lang shit. Like, hey, fool, I'm the #1 mandatory IBF. I want to fight you, fool. I never seen him do that. Did you guys ever see Dominique Wade before the fight was made? Did you ever see him pressing Triple G, Clubber Lang style, asking for his shot? Saying, hell yeah, Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, I'm going to send you back to Kazakhstan, fool. I never heard him say that. It was just like they made the fight, and then they said, oh, he's a mandatory. Meanwhile, I got an interview yesterday with Charlo, and he says, I want to fight Triple G. If it means going to HBO, so be it. I want to fight Triple G. I want to prove I'm the best. So he's actually been on record, not just that time that I have footage for, multiple times, saying, I want to fight Canelo. I want to fight Triple G. I never once heard Dominique Wade, before he got the fight, calling out Triple G. You see how they do? See how they do? When they see a threat, every excuse. He said how much money Charlo got. Who cares? Charlo got more money than you. I seen him yesterday. They had all types of jewelry on and hair dye and shit. They got more money than you. Why you care about his money? See? A bunch of pocket watchers. A bunch of pocket watchers. That is not... Listen, I'm going to tell y'all. Tell y'all how to get girls, man. Don't be a pocket watcher. Be an alpha male. Females love that. Females like alpha males. When you... That shows a level of insecurity when you're more consumed. See, look at my boo-boo Gracie Pooh. She laughing because she knows. Females don't like weak guys. You know what I mean? And it shows a level of insecurity if you're watching another man's salary. You know what I mean? People do it to me. They're like, oh, why are you guys super chatting? Why do you care about my money? Why do you care what fans are doing for my channel? How does that affect you? They did have their hair dye. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But females don't like that. So I'm just trying to give y'all a little bit of game for free. Don't be a pocket watcher. Don't worry about another man. Worry about you. Worry about your girl, your family, your kids, things like that. Don't worry. Don't worry about what another man is doing like that. That's never attractive to the opposite sex. Like, you know what I mean? Some of y'all are stalkers. I got a YouTube channel, and then other people have a YouTube channel and be worried about what I'm doing. Or guys get blocked for talking crazy, and then they come back. Why are you even back here? Yeah, I am Suge Knight. This is Death Row East. Believe in that. Believe in Death Row East. But don't be a pocket watcher. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at it like this. Here's some, like I'm giving y'all the game for free. Here's the thing. If you a pocket watcher, then you surely can't be about your own bread, because it becomes almost impossible to be worried about what the next person is doing with their money if you're fully vested in your short-term and long-term goals. You get me? Like, how can you be effectively planning and saving and worried about your enterprise or your empire, right? If you're worried about the next person. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I do all right for myself, but I'm no Warren Buffett. So do you think Warren Buffett gives a fuck about my YouTube channel, my YouTube videos, my earnings? No. The only time he would feel threatened is if I was getting close to him. You know what I mean? And like, I'm like, damn, who's this dude creeping up on me on the Forbes list? That's when people feel threatened. You know what I mean? You have to work so hard till your idols become your rivals type shit. And that's how the game goes. So don't pocket watch. And like I said, I guarantee you Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, guys like that, Jay-Z, they're not worried about people low on the totem pole, how much they're making. So you guys shouldn't either. And as a boxing fan, you really shouldn't. So, and see, this is the other thing. Females don't want a dude that's always wrong. You know what I'm saying? Who could never get shit right. Like, never keep a job, never, you know what I'm saying? Women like winners. I think the world just like winners. You know what I mean? Like, no homo, but you know, like The Rock, girls like him because he exudes alpha male qualities. Like, you know what I mean? He's in the gym showing off in a, you know what I mean, cut off tank or some shit, and he's posting motivational. But if he was on there crying like Tyrese, I gave you $13,000. What more do you want from me? Like, females ain't. Tyrese was tripping, yo. What the fuck was that? Don't take my baby. No. Oh shit! I dropped my shit. I gave you 13,000. What more do you want from me? Like, females ain't trying to hear it. Like, why you cry? Someone said cry Reese. Hey, he was tripping. He need to go back as Jody or some shit. But you tripping. He tripping to cry. Like, see, like, it's not even the fact that you're crying. Like, there's nothing wrong. I don't cry, like, not to, like, sound cool or tough. I really don't cry. I can't even tell you the last time I cried. That's not how I handle stuff. I'm an Aries. It's just not typical. But I don't have a problem with people crying. But the thing is, it's like you're crying out for attention when you're doing like me, holding a phone and being like, oh, God, don't take my baby, Shayla rocks. Like, what the fuck? How you have a meltdown holding a phone? Like, this new technology shit is weird. I mean, it's kind of weird that I'm even on a live stream in a room dolo, you know what I'm saying, in a king-size bed, live streaming with y'all, but I've been doing this so long, so you get used to it. But I'm not out here crying, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird to hold your phone, record it, like, yeah, I'm gonna put this on my Instagram story for these motherfuckers. All right. Record. Don't take my baby. Like, what the fuck? Like, you really hit the record button and just, hell no. And just start crying? That's really weird, man. You take my baby. You know what the worst thing to do? I'm gonna tell y'all. The worst thing you could do. Do y'all want to know the worst thing you could do when you cry? Especially as a kid. Do you want to know the worst thing you could do? Do y'all want to know the worst thing you could do when you cry as a kid? Someone said what? Okay. Worst thing you can do is when you're crying, when it's that deep, them crocodile tears. No, it's not be hysterical. The worst thing you can do, especially when you're a kid and you're crying and you're like having that type of mental breakdown, I'm going to tell y'all, don't ever look at yourself in the mirror as you cry, because the mirror is going to show your reflection. And I guarantee you, when you see yourself in that pitiful of a state, you going to cry even more because you look fucking pathetic. When you see your eyes starting to turn red and swollen, you be like, you took my baby. Don't look in the mirror, people. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you look in the fucking mirror, it's a wrap. You're going to cry worse. You go like, because like, when I was a kid, that's what happened. Like, I'm already crying, and I would look in the mirror, like, cause you see how like torn and broken up you are about whatever you're crying about, and then you see yourself with all the tears streaming down. That's the worst image, because you just feel like shit. You're looking at your reflection, looking like shit. You have like snot bubbles and like a quivering lip. I'm telling y'all, don't look at yourself in the mirror. That's the worst thing you could do. Like, the best thing to do is like go to sleep or something. But once you see yourself in that state, like, I used to be crying. Like, my mom made me mad or something. I hate this family. Don't take my baby. Oh, hell no. I'd be looking in the mirror like, what have you done to me? I fucking hate this family. Don't take my baby. Like, that mirror shit will get you all the way fucked up, man. Man, if I looked in the mirror, it got way worse. And see, like, I got light eyes, so, like, when I cry, my eyes start turning green. I start feeling like the Hulk. What have you done to me? You won't like me when I'm angry. You start hyperventilating. I gave you $13,000. What more do you want? Like, bro, why are you... How do celebrities have to pay that much child support? Real shit. 13,000? Like, what kind of... You have sextuplets? Like, why the fuck... Why the fuck would you pay 13,000 for... Like, you know what I would do if I was paying 13... I don't have any kids, but I'm kind of demented. So, if my baby mom got me in the system with the court and I was paying 13,000 a month, no matter how much I'm making, I could be a millionaire, I would kidnap my own kids. You know what I mean? And then I would, like, have a ransom. Like, give me $6 million, $8, or the kid gets it, right? Just so I have money to pay for it. Because I'm not coming out of pocket $13,000 for... What the fuck would a little kid need? I don't even spend $13,000 a month. Why does a little fucking kid need $13,000 a month? That's stupid. Like, what the fuck is the kid doing? Like, buying cars? Like, why does he need $13,000? Shit. Actually, I wouldn't even want to see it. Like, Tyrese, he was like, don't take my baby. I would be like, take my baby. Because I wouldn't want to see him. Because that'd be like a reminder of debt. Like, so I'd be like, take my baby. I'm paying too much. No, I'm just playing. Private school, $13,000. Shit, you be in public school like a motherfucker. Or you be in homeschooling or something. I'm not paying $13,000 for private school. Shit, you gonna be public like a Instagram profile. What the fuck? 13,000 is ridiculous. The kid, I know the kid got a nice new house and shit. Like, yeah, my daddy paid for this shit. Kid paying mortgage and shit. That's a lot of money. 13,000. Hell no. Tyrese has 5 kids. Damn, Broner got hella kids. He better... I don't know how many baby mamas he had, but Broner got a... Shit, he better make pacts with each baby mama. That's crazy. Yeah, man, fuck that. Yeah, but I used to hate, like, when I was a kid and crying. It's just exhausting. Lil Boosie has 30 kids. That's hella kids, man. Y'all don't even know how to use condoms, I guess. Y'all just be having hella kids. That's crazy. George Foreman got hella kids and he named them all the fucking same thing. Like George 1 through 20. That's stupid as hell. Like George, yes. Someone said I know how to use condoms. Shit, that's the smart way. Someone said raw gang. Y'all tripping, man. We ain't even talking about boxing. We talking about crying and going in doggy. That raw doggy. Oh man, y'all funny as fuck. Don't take my baby. Gave you 13,000. What more do you want from me? Social media got people tweaking. I can't picture that. Like, what's the point? Like, I feel like that's bad for your case. I know Tyrese beat his case or whatever, but that makes you look unstable. If you're crying on shit like you about to lose it. I feel Tyrese pain. You got 5 kids, damn. I know the hurt. No, people. I don't think people are even laughing at the situation, laughing at how we did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't have any kids, but you know what I mean, I have family members and stuff like that. So I mean, nobody wants to get strong arm for the kids or kids taken away from them. But it's how you did it. The fact of the matter is, you hit record on your mobile device and was staring at it and like, don't take my baby, Shayla. You see, you took her. Like that's weird. And especially when you have millions of followers. It's not like he had like a real personal account with like 200 followers. You're a celebrity. He was like, don't take my baby. And then the other thing, there was no tears. Like when I cry, I got big eyes, so it should be leaking. Like, oh. He didn't have no tears. He was just like, don't take my baby. Oh God. That was weird. Like, at least show me some tears with it. Can I ask a question? It's a free country. Someone said he was faking it. That's what I'm saying. It looked like he was doing it for sympathy. Maybe he was drunk. Well, then that's not the time to air out your personal business being drunk. That wasn't a good cry, man. Are you Suge Knight's son? Yes. Come to Death Row East. I'm Suge Knight. I'm Suge Light, motherfucker. Don't take my baby. When you drunk, put your phone away. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just weird. Calling your ex, hey, baby, I miss you. She's like, click. Like I said, I'm not even laughing about the kids. That's fucked up. It's just how he did it. The fact that you hit record, like, I've been through some of the worst of times in my life. I mean, we all have. And I don't get on social media and be airing it out like that. That's crazy. Like, okay, for example, if somebody had a hidden camera, then I wouldn't even think it was funny. Like, say someone was filming Tyrese and he was just like, oh, man. He's like, they tried to take my baby. And he didn't know, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know he was being recorded. Then I understand. That wouldn't even be funny. It's the fact that you're holding the camera. Don't take my baby. Shayla, they're coming to get you. Nobody's listening in the court. You took my baby. No tears. Like, that's just weird. I don't know, man. That's weird to me. Like, you holding the phone. Like, me personally, if I'm sad, I like to be alone. I don't like talking to people. I don't want to look at people. I definitely don't want to hold my phone. And see, I don't even like people to feel sorry for me. Like when I a lot of times when I'm going through bullshit, I just want to be left alone. I don't want to air it out so everyone gets to see it. And again, it's just weird how Tyrese did it, because how does that help your case? Okay, you're crying for your daughter. That doesn't mean you're going to beat your case because they seen that. It panned out for him, so he's lucky with that, but I don't think it had anything to do with don't take my baby. But whatever. To each his own. And see, the other thing that to me, I don't know Tyrese obviously, but the thing that's weird about kind of Tyrese is he seems like all over the place. Like sometimes he's doing motivational shit like, you know, you got to do this. You know what I'm saying? He's just doing motivational. And then he's like beefing with Genuine and Tank, his R&B group. And then he's beefing with The Rock. All right, we got another person that wants to get blocked. Floyd Mayweather's 50-0. Now you 50-1 because your ass is blocked. Get up out of there. Bye-bye, Floyd Mayweather. You ain't the real Money May. He said, I'm emotional. Okay. I'm so emotional, I got to get you up out of here and give you that L. Blocked. Why do y'all even try it with me? Like, do y'all understand? Like, y'all could call me emotional and bitches and all that type. But listen, I'm a vlogger. You know where I'm at. I'm a businessman. I'm at the fight, and it's always, oh, hey, what's up, dog? I watch your channel, and can I take a picture with me? It's never what you guys say in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? This is just funny to me. And then the people, oh, you're emotional. Okay, I'm so emotional, you block, and then I move on with my day. Like, do you think you really disrupting something? That's what I want to know. Like, what is? I don't understand the goal of trolling. Yeah, I got one off, and then I got blocked. Okay. Nobody. The stream goes on. Super chats go on. The likes go on. Oh, he's replying to someone else. For sure. See, I can't keep up with what y'all talking about. I like when I say something and then immediately I see comments that are attached with no direction. I'm just gonna assume that they're responding to me. Y'all gotta make it clear who you're talking to. So yeah, my moderators help with that type of stuff. Inconveniences and stuff. What's your take on Lou DiBella going off on you a while back? What are you talking? First of all, how was it a while back when it was just yesterday? I just uploaded a video today. Because I don't understand how it was a while back. Second of all, I don't understand. Listen, I ain't never been disrespected anywhere that I went to cover a fight. Lou DiBella, you guys can say whatever you want. Like, I posted a video and someone's like, yeah, Lou DiBella sure told you. He didn't tell me shit. I asked him a question and he didn't know where the question was coming from. So he jumped the gun and said, who the fuck is Dillian White? If he walked the fuck around here, would you notice him? He wasn't, you act like y'all, some of y'all are like slow. Y'all need to go back and get GEDs, right? He wasn't, I don't know why y'all attributed him to, he wasn't going off on me. He was just saying, because he was being passionate and he said, what did he say? If Dillian White walked by, would you fucking recognize him? Who the fuck, he said, with all due respect, who the fuck is Dillian White, right? And I said, let me finish. Like, you didn't even let me finish. You just heard Dillian White and flipped out. You know what I mean? But he wasn't talking to me. Like, he wasn't directing him. He said, get the fuck out of here. He wasn't telling me to get the fuck out of there. Because for one, he works for, it's his show. So if he really wanted me to get the fuck out of here or had an issue with me, then I would have, you know what I mean? They would have got security or whatever to get me out. He wasn't talking to me. He's saying, if you think Wilder has to go through Dillian White, then get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what y'all thought. They were like, oh man, Lou DiBella, he told you all. He didn't tell me shit. What are you talking about? He was just talking about the Dillian White situation. And he wasn't saying, ego, get the fuck out of here. Like I said, if he was talking to me, then he has the authority to get me the fuck out of there. He wasn't cursing me out. And either way, I didn't even do nothing. All I asked him was Dillian White, and he just said, who the fuck is Dillian White? Watch the interview. But whatever. If that's me getting told off, then fuck it. I got told off and then went to the press conference and then afterwards talked to Deontay Wilder. It never got, you know what I'm saying? But I think people just like drama. So, and maybe how I worded the title, but it's a business. You got to word it right. You know what I mean? Get views. I said Lou DiBella goes off on Boxingego's question. Now we get views. People, oh shit, he went in on Ego, but he didn't go in on me. I'm not Dillian White. I'm not Eddie Hearn. That's who he was going off on. He was like, get the fuck out. He wasn't telling me to, y'all act like he was telling me to get the fuck out of there. He was saying, get the fuck out of there. Like, if you trying to make it like, that's just some New York shit. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, people, you already know how the game goes. People are reaching. They acting like he was just like, Ego, get the fuck out of here. You fucking, like, okay. I actually talked to him after that, so whatever. I got told off, if that's what y'all think. I'm still in Brooklyn. It's still all good. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I guess if that's me getting told off, then I get told off. But, like, listen, you got to understand, is like, all I did is start asking him about Dillian White, and then he started going off, because I don't know if he, like, thought I was going to say something about Dillian White needs to fight or something. I don't know. He just started going off on his tangent. He wasn't going off on me, though. And I'll be at the next PBC fight that I want to go to, and the one after that, and any other fight I want to go to. So, I mean, if that's me getting told off, then fuck it. I got told off. Don't take my credentials. Young credentials. Don't take my baby. Lou DiBella, no. If that's what y'all feel, fuck it. Don't take my press pass. Yeah, that's okay. Y'all are fucking dumb. That's funny. How do you feel about Lou DiBella going off on you? You've been going off on me. Hey, and like literally, I understand what he's talking about. He's talking about the ruse, the whole making a champion travel for abroad for a challenger. That, you know what I mean? That's kind of disrespectful. And then making it seem like the champion has to go through a challenger to get to another champion, and then we're not gonna even guarantee it. So he was just being passionate about the situation. He wasn't saying like, Ego, get the fuck out of here. But well, again, don't take my credential. Listen, I'm done with Mayweather questions, at least for this stream. I don't have any interest, and definitely I don't have any interest talking about De La Hoya versus Mayweather again. They're both definitely retired. No more questions like that. I don't do a pound for pound list. If y'all know my channel, then you'll know that. Yeah, nobody has no interest in watching De La Hoya come back. No, I've never been to Girl Collection. But boxing's been good, man. Man, but regarding this Wilder-Joshua fight, listen. The pressure's on. New media. And like I said, a lot of people trying to make this a coastal thing, but it's nothing to do with that. People just want to see good fights. And why, after this type of year, damn, he got banned hella quick. See, you guys talking all that crazy comments, moderators on your ass. Pause. But the pressure is on. It's not even just Joshua Wilder, just good fights in general. I guarantee the pressure going to be on Thurman. If Spence keeps looking good, if he gets past Lamont Peterson, keeps calling out Thurman, the pressure's going to be on to see these guys' next move. If Porter keeps calling out Danny Garcia and Thurman, I mean, see, I'm telling you, everybody wants to be Money Mayweather without going through the Pretty Boy Floyd stages. Keith Thurman, the way he's been talking, is like he feels like he's sitting pretty. You know what I mean? Like he feels like, I'm Thurman. I got the most belts. I just fought 2 good back-to-back fights. I'm in the Mayweather position. Mayweather's retired, but you're not. You're really not. You know what I'm saying? Like, until, like, Mayweather encapsulated, and you can say, oh, you're a fanboy or whatever, but Mayweather encapsulated the whole spectrum. He sold fights. His fights sold. He set records. He had big events. He's a good fighter, a complete fight. You know what I'm saying? So he has the whole thing going for it. Keith Thurman is a good fighter, but he's not selling. He's not even doing pay-per-views. He's not even headlining pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing the same crowd. Like his fight with Danny Garcia did not turn out more than Mayweather versus a UFC fighter, McGregor. You know what I'm saying? So people kind of, it's like people are like anxious now to get a couple cool wins or whatever, and they think that they're in that Mayweather Pacquiao type of superstar realm, but it's not how it works anymore. You know what I mean? Them guys came up at the right time. I mean, even look at Ward Kovalev. Ward Kovalev 1 and 2 was a good ass fight, but those fights didn't do the pay-per-view numbers that it should have done based on the quality of the fight. You know what I mean? They weren't like stupendous pay-per-view like mega buys. You know what I'm saying? So the game is different now. I mean, I think the same thing for Joshua Wilder. Joshua's a big star, but why haven't they brought Joshua to New York, Texas, Vegas, California? You know what I'm saying? Because he's making a lot of money here, and they're content just raking in the dough from UK fans. But he's not going to have crossover appeal until he does a lot more or comes over here. Period. How did you hear what the WBC said if Luis Ortiz can stay clean? Where did you hear that when they just had a hearing the other day and nothing's been reported on? So how did you hear that? See, this is where people, this is to Mike G. Y'all always be acting like y'all so connected. Like, people who are actually, I'm in Brooklyn right now, just went to the events, seen Luis Ortiz in the crowd, went to Thurman fight, talked to Wilder after, seen Mauricio Sulaiman, and I'm actually at the fight, and I ain't never heard nothing about what you're saying. I haven't seen it being reported, but you're saying, hey, from what I heard, the WBC said that. So where did you hear this, Mike G? Where is it from what I've heard? You talked to Sulaiman? Like, you guys, like, some of y'all are habitual liars. Do you guys know what that is? Y'all just make shit up. Oh, yeah, but Wilder, he sabotaged Luis Ortiz's piss test. He put fucking Kool-Aid and rabies and all types of shit in it so you would fail with VADA. Like, what? Where did this information come from? How does Wilder have to do with Luis Ortiz's piss? You know what I'm saying? And once again, where's Mike G at? Wilder did it. He put that fucking Alabama bammer in Luis Ortiz's piss to look like Luis was smoking weed. Like, what? Alabama bammer? Like, where are you getting this? Like, who someone called you from VADA? Who'd you talk to? Yeah, he put the fucking anthrax in Alabama bammer in Luis Ortiz's piss. So he put anthrax and Alabama bammer in Luis Ortiz's piss. That's sealed. When VADA comes and you piss, and they immediately seal it and put the little label on it. And Ortiz or Wilder broke into the VADA laboratories and put that fucking anthrax and tuberculosis and all types of shit, rickets. Do y'all know what rickets? See, I'm smart. Do y'all know what rickets is? He put rickets in there and scurvy. See, y'all don't know that. See, I'm educated. Y'all don't know about that scurvy. Pirates used to get it. Lack of vitamin C. People, you Wellsby fell in the test. I put the scurvy in your piss test. That's funny. I liked it. I liked my joke. But y'all just be made. Where's Mike G at? He was like, hey, from what I've heard from the WBC. Who told you this? Sulaiman? Who'd you talk? Where's Mike G at? Rickets and scurvy. See, I be knowing about all the disease. Never mind, that don't even sound cool. I be knowing about all the diseases, all the chicken pox, syphilis. I know all that shit. I know about all them diseases. That doesn't even sound good, so let me chill. I know about the mumps, all that shit. Rickets, leprosy. See, I be knowing them diseases that I be knowing. Where is Mike G at? He said from what he heard, even though the WBC just had a hearing and hasn't released shit, and he ain't in Brooklyn right now, and I'm in Brooklyn, and I just talked to all these people, right? Mike G said he heard something. Where is he at? He said, from what I've heard, the WB. Well, who told you this? Because I'd like to know. Y'all habitual liars, man. Y'all just make up shit. He said, from what I heard, the WBC says as long as Luis King Kong Ortiz can stay clean, he's going to get the Wilder fight by fall of 2008. Who told you all this? You a Suleiman? Huh? You Mike Suleiman? Where is Mike G at? How you going to just drop a lie and then bounce? Mike talking about, I heard that if Luis Ortiz, what kind of fucking deal is that? Hey, if you stay clean between now, even though it's 2017, stay clean till fall of 2018, you get Wilder. What the fuck does that even mean? Like, so they're thinking that far ahead? Man, if your piss don't show up dirty between November 2017 and September 2018, you gonna get Wilder. I promise. Doesn't even sound right. What are you talking about? Where's Mike at? Where's Mike at? Who told you? I hate liars. Mike G really literally just dropped a lie and bounced. That's what he did. Let me just drop this here. See how these motherfuckers like this, and then just bounced. Don't take my baby. Ortiz camp told Fight Hype that Fight Hype asked DiBella about it, but nothing written in stone. I think Mike G was referring to that video. So what did they say on this interview? What did they say on this interview? And listen, okay, Deontay Wilder, guy who's been putting on his fights is Lou DiBella. So why would Lou DiBella not confirm it if that's what it is, if that's what it's agreed upon? I got it from the Boxing Boy. Okay, so who said what? Where did you get it? What did they say? What was said? That, I don't know. That sounds suspect to me. If Ortiz stays clean by the fall of 2018, he will get Wilder. So listen to this. Wilder, you don't think he's going to fight between now and the fall of 2018? He's not going to fight anyone else? So how is it just a foregone conclusion thing? If he fights someone else, what if he fights someone else and loses? What if he fights Dillian White? What if he, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen between now and that. So DiBella didn't confirm it. He laughed it off. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't sound like it really has any legs. Like, even if it's coming from the Ortiz camp, how can you promise, hey, if you stay clean for basically a year, 9 months or some shit, somebody can do the math. If you stay clean all this time, then you get Wilder. Why would the WBC promise him something that far in advance? You know what I mean? I talked to Wilder at the press conference. He said, shit, I might even get Povetkin. You know what I mean? They letting him fight. So it's just too much that can happen. How's the WBC going to promise him? How's he going to promise him something like that with that much time? Like I said, unless Wilder doesn't plan on fighting between now and February. And like, honestly, Luis Ortiz got dropped from the WBA ranking, and he's the one that kind of messed up. So it seems weird that the WBC would be giving him that much reassurance. Hey, stay clean, bud. Stay clean between now and September, and it's on and cracking for you. You know what I'm saying? That sounds weird, but I'll wait for more information to come out because that sounds sketch to me. And don't take my baby. That don't sound realistic to me. That they're gonna promise him something. Like, okay, what? And the other thing is, listen to this. I'm done with that comment I just read from Mr. Bigger. That shit was kind of funny. Listen, Joshua and his team says we want Wilder, or we'll relieve him of that belt, I promise you, or some shit, by the end of the year. So how are they? If Wilder fights Dominic Breazeale in March or some shit, right? And then Eddie Hearn has a whatever fight he wants for Joshua, and then they're actually ready to fight by the end of the year, then how is Luis Ortiz going to get promised a shot when Joshua might be ready by that time, by fall of 2018? Someone explain that to me. That doesn't make sense to me. And why Luis Ortiz, he would be low on the totem pole in comparison to a Joshua fight, if they can get that. Joshua's a champion. So to me, I don't look too far in the future like that. That's just sounds crazy. Don't take my baby. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm saying. Summer of 2018 is prime for Wembley Joshua Wilder. So why would the WBC promise them something like that when they know he's gunning for Joshua, and allegedly, according to Eddie Hearn, he thinks it'll happen next year. Whatever. Y'all can believe whatever you want. Period. Wilder should fight AJ in England. He said he would. That's not even the issue. They got to get the negotiations first, to be honest. I'm a believe in ego. I told you, Death Row East, believe in it. Joshua is a Muslim and can't fight. Is Joshua Muslim? But anyway, when did he fight Klitschko? He didn't fight him in the summer? Oh, wow. I thought he fought Klitschko in the summer. I don't remember. He fought him in April. Whatever. Yo, I'm about to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Check the movement. I should be back in Cali tomorrow. So, holla at the kid. Let's do a quick roll call, and I'm about to get out of here. Bye, Gracie Poo Poo. Where y'all from? Rep where you from? Ego Army. We the mob. Money on top of boxing. Ego Mafia. North Carolina, Chicago, Dallas, Yuba City, California, New York, New Jersey, New York, Chi-Town, Screwston, Texas, New York, New Zealand, Brooklyn, Duval, Phoenix, Raleigh, North Carolina, Southside Chicago, San Jose, Cali, Garfield Park, Chicago, West Coast, St. Louis, Jackson, San Diego, Scotland. Tell them that Scotland is free. I like Braveheart. 916, Sacking is Biatch. UK, Cincinnati. Joshua fought Breazeale in June. See? And honestly, to be honest, I'm not disrespecting Kulia Khan. I'm not disrespecting the Muslim religion, so I don't know the rules. But the only person I heard that really, and I know he's not the only Muslim, but the only person that I've ever heard use my fight has to happen this time to this time is Amir Khan. I haven't really heard, I can't think of any other Muslim fighter where I heard where they're absolutely not trying to fight at all during that, you know what I mean, during the summer months. H-Town. Thank you guys. You've been great. Couple hot seats. Couple laughs. Don't take my baby. Scotland is free. Florida. LA, Compton, Brooklyn, Bronx, Omaha, Orlando, Denver, Puerto Rico, LA. I see everybody, man. Holla at me. Yeah, Superman Hopkins, email me. Email me. My email's on my about page on my channel. So if you got the writing online. Where are you at too? Let me know what location you're at. And we'll see. Riverside, motherfucker. Don't take my... Hey, Gracie, baby. Don't take my baby. Shout out to Gracie, man. I'm out of here. Can I pay for a shout out? I'm about to get out of here. My boo-boo Gracie, she want me to leave. Peace out. Oh, me and Gracie, she said besitos. I know what that means. Man, y'all better stop. Anyway, holla at the kid. I'll be back in Cali tomorrow. Peace out.